#1 AI cloud ERP, and more than 43,000 businesses run on it, including us here at Ramsey Solutions. Their AI isn't bolted on, it's built in, and it connects everything that runs your business. Accounting, inventory, customer data, all in one place. Because when your numbers are connected, AI actually works like it's supposed to. NetSuite's AI helps flag cash flow problems, spot inventory issues, close your books faster, and cut down on manual reporting. Just clear numbers and real insights so you can lead with confidence. If your revenue is at least 7 figures, go to netsuite.com/Ramsey for a free product tour. netsuite.com/Ramsey.
KTAR-FM, Glendale, Phoenix, Arizona's news station. KTAR News, 92.3 FM. KTAR News, now.
Good afternoon. It's 2 o'clock. I'm Heidi Hommel. In the Memorandum of Understanding between the U.S. and Iran, the draft only secures toll-free passage of the Strait of Hormuz for 60 days and doesn't preclude future fees. It also includes a new minimum standard for downblending of highly enriched Iranian uranium and has provisions to ensure the territorial integrity of Lebanon after Israel's latest attacks against Hezbollah in Lebanese territory. In return, the U.S. will move to waive but not eliminate some wide-ranging sanctions against Iran once the deal is signed. President Trump, speaking with reporters on the tarmac heading to Versailles after the disclosure of text of the Memorandum of Understanding with Iran, was asked about the agreement not barring Tehran from having ballistic missiles.
If other countries have them, it's a little bit unfair for them not to have some. A ballistic missile is not the same thing as what we're talking about when we talk nuclear. But if Saudi Arabia and Qatar, and they all have some, I would say in relative proportion, I think it's okay.
Eyes on Education.
A new analysis of Arizona's school voucher program found that 11% of students in high-income zip codes were enrolled in the voucher program, 3 times more than in low-income zip codes. KTAR education reporter Shira Tanzer is live with why that is.
Yeah, Heidi, the data shows only 4% of students in low-income zip codes are enrolled in the program. State Superintendent Tom Horn explains that's because the majority of ESA users who joined the program after it became universal were already enrolled in private or home schools.
A zip code is too large an area to be indicative of the economic status of ESA users. A better measure is that people with a lot of money tended to be in private schools already.
Tyler Couch with education advocacy group Save Our Schools Arizona says that's concerning, with funding going to families who are already affording alternative education. The data was compiled by the Associated Press. Live in the News Center, Shira Tanzer, KTAR News.
To read more education solution stories, go to KTAR.com/education. KTAR Eyes on the Economy. The recent agreement allowing Resolution Copper to mine near Superior is not only good for the residents, but also for members of the San Carlos Indian Reservation. Superior Mayor Mila Besic joined the Mike Broomhead Show and says members of the San Carlos tribe are also benefiting from increased mining.
They want gainful employment for their families. They want head of household income jobs, and they want to be able to live at home just like residents of Superior and have a good job that they can either commute to or get to easily.
Besic says the Oak Flat Agreement is sparking growth for local business owners. She also thanked Resolution Copper for putting $20 million into the restoration following devastating floods last year.
Arizona votes 2026.
Tonight, the 4 Republican candidates vying for the governor's seat in Arizona are meeting for their only planned debate ahead of November's elections. Political analyst and CEO of High Ground Inc., Chuck Coughlin, joined Arizona's Morning News and says of the 2 frontrunners, he expects U.S. Representative Andy Biggs to focus on differences from Governor Katie Hobbs and U.S. Rep. David Schweiker to focus on knocking Biggs.
I think Mr. Biggs probably would consider himself the best opportunity because he creates the most amount of unity on the right. At least that's what our polling is telling us right now.
You can tune in to KTAR at 6 p.m. to hear or watch the full debate. And now for a check on traffic, live from the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center. In Tolleson, look out for a crash blocking the center lane on the eastbound I-10 near 107th Avenue. We've got a wreck on the right shoulder of the southbound I-17 near Camelback Road, and steer clear of an accident near 40th Street and Thomas. Traffic is brought to you by the Husband and Wife Law Team. If you've been injured in a serious accident, the injury lawyer you hire does matter. Do your research, call the Husband and Wife Team first. We're looking for a high of 110 degrees today. It's going to be very hot and sunny. Slight chance of rain, but only 10%. A low of 88 degrees tonight. Mostly sunny again tomorrow with a high of 107 and 107 again on Friday to round out your work week. Right now, it's 107 degrees in Phoenix. Triple-digit heat, zero stress. Homes 2X will buy your home on demand with a 100% full value guarantee, and you can stay rent-free. Sell your home at homes2x.com. I'm Heidi Hommel on Arizona's news station, KTAR News.
Outspoken.
Enough of the excuses. I'm tired of it.
Speaking up for Arizona.
For the last time, I'm a hard no.
Outspoken with Bruce and Gatos. KTAR News 92.3 and the KTAR News app.
It's Arizona's reigning, defending, undisputed #1 talk show. Now 2 till 6. Welcome to Outspoken with Bruce and Gatos, hour #1.
Ooh, a lot of people call hour #1 the best of the hour.
Hey, remember 5 o'clock, we have the face-off. Great panel coming in. We're going to talk about the deal that Trump has made with Iran. We're going to talk about that in a second, but 2 quick ones for you, my friend.
Ready.
All right, #1, as everyone knows, we're raising money for St. Mary's Food Bank.
That we are.
And we're asking you to text the word food to 620-620.
Please.
We've got today and tomorrow and then next week. And that's it.
Nitty-gritty, as they say. Get down to the nitty-gritty.
So what we're going to ask is, if you're a business and you donate, we will give you a shout-out every hour.
It's like a free commercial.
It's pretty good.
And, can I throw it in there? Let the community know that you're somebody that supports the community. You're one of those businesses. When you're choosing a business, choose someone that gives back in their own community.
So let's put the word out. If you're a business, if you're a big business, if you're a mom and pop, text the word food to 620-620.
Yep.
Give, and you're going to get a shout out every hour. So it's Outspoken Against Hunger. That's #1. If you're a business, pretty good, right? #2.
Oh, but wait, there's more.
Sheriff Sheridan was on the Broomhead program today.
Yes.
Did you hear about it?
No.
Would you like to hear about it?
Knock it out.
You wanted to make an announcement.
Yes, on your show, I want you to take credit for it, not that Gatos guy, And Stacy and I would like to donate $1,000.
Oh my gosh,
to the food bank.
That's awesome! Thank you so much, Sheriff.
Thank you.
that program, Outspoken Against Hunger, partnering with St. Mary's Food Bank, such a great organization, and I know you deal with it a lot of times throughout the county. These families that just can't make ends meet, and it's just a great resource. So, man, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's fantastic.
I want you to get credit for it, not Gatos.
Oh, I'm going to take credit for it.
Okay,
I'm absolutely going to take credit for it. That's for sure. But you get all the credit.
He likes to rib me a lot. You've seen this when he's coming for the face-off. He likes to get, it's all playful because I like the sheriff. I think it's very playful.
It's very playful.
I like the sheriff.
That's outstanding. Thank you, Sheriff Sheridan.
Texted him earlier today, said, thanks for giving me the business and busting on me a little bit. And because I bump into him at the charity events and stuff and all that stuff.
He's at a lot of those community events.
Right. And he's a good dude. So we thank the sheriff.
Outstanding.
$1,000.
That's outstanding.
All right. Remember, businesses, text the word food to 620-620. Get a shout out every hour.
All right. Texts are coming in as we speak.
Very nice.
Just letting you know.
Let's feed people. Let's feed families who can't afford it.
So yesterday it started to leak out. And it appears that what was being leaked out was actually accurate.
That's the troubling part.
We now have the 14-point memorandum of understanding, the MOU between Iran and the United States, and the reaction to it, less than enthusiastic, at least from the American side. If you're the Iranians, I'm assuming there's like parades going on.
Yeah. And even before we get to that just a little bit, I think that the president did the right thing by the 12-day war,
by bombing the facilities last summer.
Last summer. Okay, that one, yeah.
That was a smart move. It was a bold move. No other president had done that. And I felt that was very wise and very smart and a good move by the president.
Okay.
Okay. That being said, we should have left it there. That's where we should have left it.
Not gone back.
Absolutely not. So from the beginning, I've been against this. We don't do regime change well. We don't fight in the Middle East well.
No.
Okay. And so I knew that this thing was going to go bad. I think most of us knew something would happen with the Strait of Hormuz, but I don't know if we all understood how the global economy would get shut down.
I don't think anybody knew.
I think we had a
what
feeling
would happen specifically when a third of the world's oil was stuck behind the strait.
The war did not go well. We did not win this war.
It's an understatement of biblical proportions.
It really is. And now that the deal has come out, it's a horrendous deal for America. And as you said, it's a great deal for Iran. I actually want to take something back that I said yesterday.
What was that?
So when it was leaking, we were talking about, this is kind of fragile, right? I mean, in this deal, like if Israel bombs Lebanon, Iran could say,
deal's off.
Off.
Yep.
And I was worried about that. I'm not worried anymore. Iran's not calling this deal off. This is the best deal they've ever had.
They're like, love it.
Even if Israel bombs Lebanon, and I think they did overnight anyway, they're not calling this deal off.
No.
Iran has an incredible deal here. They're not calling it off. Oh, my gosh. Even people on the right are looking at this and saying, good Lord, what did we do?
Yeah.
Because after days of saying the leaks may not be the deal.
Right, because that's what we said, and we prefaced it that way.
Well, it turns
this
out
is
the
what's
leaks
being
were.
reported.
The leaks
and
were the deal.
This may not. No, it 100% was. Yeah. It's not good.
No.
Well, it's not good by the metrics of what we were told as Americans was the reason to go to war with Iran.
Well, I don't know which reason you're talking about.
Pick one.
It's true.
Pick any of the reasons.
Okay, let me pick one. Nuclear weapon. Because Trump has said over and over again, Iran cannot get a nuclear weapon. All right, okay. Basically what the U.S. gets here is another vague promise that Iran won't develop a nuke.
You know what I think it is? It's a pinky swear.
Yeah.
They basically pinky swear not to have nukes.
Well,
how's that?
It's better than not. Well, not really.
But in return for that pinky swear, we're giving them billions of dollars.
$300 billion.
So that's the Reconstruction Fund. And then as part of the Memorandum of Understanding.
Wait, so we bombed them.
Yeah.
And now we're going to rebuild them.
Yeah, that's pretty par for the course. We did that for other countries. But it's like financing, okay? Allegedly, they have to pay that part back. What they don't have to pay back is the, frozen assets in banks around the world. Apparently, many of them are in Qatar, like the banking capital of the Middle East.
Iran.
I've heard it described as between $25 and $100 billion of Iranian assets that have been frozen, and now they will be released back to the Iranian government.
On day one.
Yeah, they get that by signing the deal.
Let me say this. There should be zero sanction relief on day one.
Well, they already got sanction relief on their oil because ships are moving, Iranian ships are moving out of Iranian ports with oil out of the Gulf.
We're basically paying Iran. We're paying Iran hundreds of millions of dollars to get the Strait of Hormuz to some degree back to what it was before we started this war.
Yeah, when it was free.
Right.
We weren't paying anything for it to be open previously.
If Iran is getting sanctions relief when they sign this thing, not the DocuSign, when they actually sign it.
Friday is allegedly
we're paying them and bribing them because we want out of this thing so bad.
Right.
So we can get back to the pre-war status quo.
That's absolutely what's
happening. It is unreal how bad this deal is. It just is so awful.
We also, again, according to the Memorandum of Understanding signed by the United States and the leadership of Iran, the United States is to get rid of the financial sanctions that the Treasury put on them as well as sanctions made by the International Atomic Energy or whatever, that they've been under a variety of different sanctions, and all those are supposed to be gone.
Trump likes their leadership, apparently now, says that they're very fair people.
Says they're not bad guys. Yeah. The IRGC.
Man.
Same leadership that was there, by the way, 3 months ago. It's the same people.
Bruce, they're terrorists. They're still terrorists.
Yeah.
They're not good people. Former Vice President Mike Pence hates this deal. Now you can say, well, he doesn't like Trump. That's fair. That's fair.
Trump did try to have him killed.
Well, this is what Pence said.
It's my view that we would be better off allowing the armed forces of the United States to finish the job on our terms, open the strait, take down their offensive capabilities, and give the people of Iran a real shot at freedom.
Now, Pence is a hawk.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anybody in our military say that is a objective the military can solely achieve.
I think that you could put a war plan together and try and defeat Iran, but that's boots on the ground.
A 1 million-man army on the ground.
Absolutely.
Or whatever. Something crazy like that.
And the problem is, if you are going to start this war, you have to have a plan to win this war and to do everything you can to win this war.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like we only really tried for a couple days.
To win the war?
Yeah.
You mean early on?
Early on. We killed some really bad people. That was good. First couple days of this war, still totally against it, but went very well militarily. Yes, their Navy, they didn't have much of a Navy anyway. Okay, that's gone. They don't have much of an Air Force.
Right.
Okay, that's gone.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They have the Strait of Hormuz, and that is all they need.
And they don't need an army or a Navy to shut down the Strait of Hormuz.
They need a threat.
They just need to threaten to do it.
Yeah.
Threaten to attack shipping. That's all.
Trump today said he's okay with them having missiles, ballistic missiles. He wasn't okay with that before. And there's nothing in this first part that talks about Iran can absolutely never have a nuclear weapon. Nothing there. Well, and I'll tell you this is the sad part. 13 people got killed for no reason. They went into this, they fought for their country, and their families have
nothing to show for it, right?
No, they have nothing to show for it.
Billions of dollars wasted.
And no reason to go into this because we're worse off now than we were before.
I got to tell you, if you didn't know better, you'd say Iran wrote this up and we signed it. I mean, it's everything they want. I know that.
It really is.
It's everything they want, and anything that Trump said he wanted is to be negotiated at a later date.
You can't do that.
But they get everything up front.
Here's what I'm worried about. This deal is so bad that, and we're not the only ones saying it's bad. There are plenty of independents, Democrats, Republicans that are saying,
you can read it.
This is
Be my
awful.
guest. It's a 14-point document. Read it. It doesn't take very long. Page and a half.
I worry he's going to be so humiliated by this.
By the response to it.
That he's going to tear it up.
Yeah. And he's going to blame J.D. Vance for negotiating a bad deal.
No, I don't care about that. I want to get out. I want out. And I don't see any other way out. I guess we got to sign this thing. It's like we're at the point where you started something you didn't know how to start or finish. And there's nowhere to go today.
I think Cuba's looking at this going, hey, if this is how you guys are going to do it, well, sign us up. You can invade tomorrow. How many billions are we going to get?
This is
fantastic.
This is a bad deal for America.
Yeah.
We were better off not going in.
100%.
100%.
Check of the headlines are on the way. Heidi Hummel doing that for us. Outstanding. Thank you, Heidi. Coming up next, will you be able to vote against traffic cameras in your neighborhood come November? And by the way, who would vote for them? Who are you people? We're talking about it next. Outspoken on KTAR.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
KTAR News Flash.
At 2:19, I'm Heidi Hommel, and this is what you need to know right now. Phoenix Suns star Devin Booker isn't changing his team jersey, but he will wear a new number in the upcoming NBA season, changing his number from 1 to 15, according to reporting from ESPN. The move is to honor his dad, Melvin Booker, who wore the number 15 himself while at college in Missouri. KTAR eyes on the economy. The Oak Flat Agreement is already paying dividends for the residents in Superior, Arizona, and members of the San Carlos Indian Reservation. Mayor Mila Besic joined the Mike Broomhead Show and says Resolution Copper's increased mining is already improving business in the area, and members of the San Carlos Indian Reservation have high-paying jobs. A new AP analysis of Arizona's school voucher program found that 11% of students in high-income zip codes were enrolled in the voucher program, while only 4% of students in low-income zip codes. State Superintendent Tom Horn explains that's because the majority of ESA users who joined the program after it became universal were already enrolled in private or homeschool. All of our top stories are just 15 minutes away. For more news, go to KTAR.com or the KTAR News app. Checking the temperature in Scottsdale. Right now, it's 106 degrees. Triple-digit heat, zero stress. Homes 2X will buy your home on demand with a 100% full value guarantee, and you can stay rent-free. Sell your home at homes2x.com.
LaDonna here. Now that there's a framework for a deal with Iran, when can we expect oil markets to stabilize? Find out tomorrow morning from 5 to 8 on Arizona's Morning News, and be sure to catch us on the KTAR YouTube channel.
Hey, come for the celebration, stay for the conversation. Arizona Talks hosts Juneteenth and America's 250th tomorrow, 6 o'clock at Pilgrim Rest Baptist Church. Head over to the contest page at KTAR.com. We've got all the info for you.
Hey, if you're a business out there, you want to shout out every hour, all you have to do is give to St. Mary's Food Bank.
Okay.
You text the word food to 620. 620 will give you a shout out. Tim Troy,
Hi, Tim.
$150.
Okay.
Locally owned on-site paper shredding company.
Paper shred? Who doesn't need paper shredding?
Serving the state of Arizona. Fantastic. That gets us started. If you have a business.
What's the name of it again?
He didn't put the name. He said it's a local.
Tim, you got to give us the name of your darn business.
Yeah, give us the name.
Work with me.
Let's see. Text the word food to 620 today over the next 4 hours. If you give, you're a business, a mom and pop, big company.
Whatever.
We'll give you a shout out every hour when you text the word food to 620 and give.
Thank you ahead of time. So, you know that we have a unique system. I think it's unique. I don't hear about it in a lot of other states, where in the state of Arizona, you can get a ballot measure, something that the state of Arizona can vote on one of two ways. One, you can go around and get a whole bunch of signatures, right? I don't know however many it is, and you get it on there and it's on the ballot. The other is the legislature can pass a measure that puts something on the ballot. And they did just that. So come this November, you will get to vote for or against traffic cameras. Who's voting for traffic cameras? Who are you people?
Here's the thing.
I want more traffic cameras.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
I want more cops hiding behind signs.
I would love to see Paradise Valley not be able to have their stinking traffic cameras.
Those little
you guys are rotten out there. Yeah,
Oh.
you rich people.
Yeah.
And, that's why they do it. Only rich people live in Paradise Valley.
Yeah.
So they put all those traffic cameras out there. And they're like, they're not even going to worry. It's like $500. Those rich people don't care.
What do they care?
No, what do they do with
Cost of
$500?
doing business.
They sneeze into a $100 bill.
Yeah.
But there are places that we do need the red light cameras. Because I do think that they work in certain places. They shouldn't be all over the place.
Well, you say they work. They work after the fact. They don't stop people from going through intersections. They just take a picture of them after they've done it.
No, I think that they slow people down if you know there is a red light camera ahead, especially if it is an intersection that has been notoriously dangerous for forever.
So just put up the signs.
You could totally do that too.
Don't put the cameras up.
Gotta have a little teeth. Gotta have a little teeth.
Is that like the signs you see on the freeway that say "speed monitored by aircraft"?
Maybe.
That's BS.
I don't watch
We
that.
all know that's BS.
No, nobody's. No.
You ever been pulled over by a Cessna? No, it's never happened.
I actually want to see that sign go faster.
So yes, that will be one of many apparently ballot initiatives out there that you will be able to vote, and basically the measure would require voter approval in the specific city to continue operating photo enforcement programs, be they speed or red light. So if a city already has it up, they have to put a measure in that city to vote on it. And if they don't have it up and they want to do it, it has to go to a vote of the peoples.
Interesting. I do think that there is something to say about red light cameras, but you've got to make sure that, you know, most of these most of these cameras, like remember when Napolitano put it up? Oh, it's for safety. No, it was a money grab.
Yeah.
That's all it was. And then we decided not to pay the bill because
Don't have to pay it.
We wouldn't answer our doorbell because that's how they had to give it to you. They had to hand it to you back then, literally hand to hand.
Yeah.
And so
proof of receipt.
Yeah, I think there's some safety, some good safety stuff with the red light cameras, but that's about it. I don't think you need them on highways. I don't think you need them on most roads.
Mm-hmm.
There were some speed cameras that were put up earlier this year, and a lot of them were in school zones. Fine with that.
I'll grant you school zones.
Yeah, if you're going over 15 miles per hour, you should get nailed.
I'll grant you school zones.
Yeah, you get
That's as
nailed.
far as I'm willing to go. Checking the headlines on the way. We've got Heidi Hummel to do that for us. School is out. And because of that, some kids are missing breakfast and lunch. We're going to talk to somebody that's doing something about it. It's coming up next, Outspoken on KTAR.
Governors and gubernatorial candidates, members of Congress from back when Congress worked together, and members of Congress from today when they can't. This is Jim Sharp. Join me as I bring you political analysis and insight from the state's top names and those serving in our state's top offices on the AZ Political Podcast. Catch it on the KTAR YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts. The AZ Political Podcast from KTAR News.
Please be advised. You may want to stop eating the following foods immediately: broccoli, kale, bean sprouts, blueberries, quinoa, spinach.
Wait, what? I thought those were good for me.
Turns out, not for everyone. Because what's healthy for one person can cause inflammation for another. And the only way to really know what your body needs is to listen to it.
Listen how?
That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple, at-home gut health test that looks at your body's real-time biology using RNA to understand what's happening inside you right now. When your results come in, you'll learn exactly which foods to eat, which to avoid, and which supplements are right for you, all based on the world's largest RNA-based human biology database and thousands of clinical research studies. And many people who use Viome report more energy, better digestion, and a better mood within months. So stop guessing. Start knowing. Learn more at Viome.com/gut. V as in Victor, IOME.com/GUT. And use coupon code GUTHEALTH50 to save $50 off your purchase. Viome. Trust your gut.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need to get the job done. With fast delivery you can depend on and access to technical product experts ready to help you meet any challenge. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Hey, it's Patricia Valencia. Ever feel like you're meant for more? Ready for a new career or to finally finish your degree? Or maybe you just graduated and are wondering what's next. Western Governors University believes your future shouldn't wait. At WGU, your determination drives your success. Earn an online degree in a field you love on your schedule. With flat rate tuition, faster progression, and scholarships, WGU helps you move forward. Your next chapter starts now. Visit WGU.edu and enroll today.
Jody Jackson here, and I've spent years covering the Arizona Diamondbacks from some of the best seats. But honestly, the best seat might be right in your own backyard. Imagine this: pool, friends, the game on, and you're cooling off between innings with hot dogs on the grill. With Presidential Pools, you can turn your home into the ultimate game day destination. Built for Arizona heat and ready faster than you'd expect. Trust me, once you have it, you'll never watch the same way again. Presidential Pools, Arizona's #1 pool builder.
Hey, Dave Ramsey here from my friends at Window World. With the Arizona weather heating up, it's good to know that Window World windows are specifically made for the harsh Arizona climate. Right now, you can lock in 7 large premium vinyl sliding windows, all with energy-efficient solar zone sun shield glass, tax included, for one all-in upfront price of only $5,989. And that price includes Window World's noise reduction upgrade. Plus, you can save an additional $100 off any new patio or entry door. Best of all, their certified installers can complete most projects in just one day. See for yourself why nearly half of all new Window World customers come from happy referrals. So don't wait for summer. Schedule your free in-home estimate today at windowworldphoenix.com. Window World, simply the best for definitely less.
Homes 2X buys your home for cash with a full market value guarantee, which means that when they resell it, you get the profit. Stay in your home rent-free until it sells and use all your equity in your current home to buy your next place as a cash buyer. No waiting, no stress. You control the offers, you get the profit. Want cash up front with a full market value guarantee? Sell your home at homes2x.com. That's homes, the number 2x.com.
Celebrate Father's Day at the D-backs game on Sunday, June 21st. The first 15,000 dads to the game will get a Father's Day polo. Get your tickets at dbacks.com.
Hey, this is Jim Sharp along with Stuart Willis, the president of Asset Preservation Wealth and Tax. Stuart, I know a lot of people listening are asking, do I have enough money to retire? So how do you help those people?
Well, Jim, the first thing I tell people is do not guess. We cash flow the retirement plan at Asset Preservation Wealth and Tax using planning software like eMoney to model your income, expenses, taxes, investment withdrawals, inflation, and so forth.
Okay, so this is not just looking at how much they've saved.
Exactly. $1 million can be enough for one family and not enough for another. It depends on their cash flow model. The goal is to see whether your money can support your lifestyle, not just in year one, but 20 or 30 years down the road.
So what should listeners do next?
They should have their retirement cash flow tested before making the retirement decision.
Find out if your retirement plan will live as long as you. Get a free portfolio review by going to assetpreservationwealth.com. Assetpreservationwealth.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Foundations Investment Advisors, LLC, and SEC Registered Investment Advisor.
KTAR News now.
It's 2:31. I'm Heidi Hommel. New Federal Reserve Chair Kevin Warsh held a policy meeting and issued a decision to keep interest rates unchanged for now. But the board signaled possible rate hikes. ABC's Michelle Franzen has more.
The economy on the mind of the Federal Reserve Board during their two-day meeting. Members voted to keep interest rates unchanged. Kevin Warsh held his first meeting as Fed chair and at a press briefing says despite strong economic indicators, they will keep rates steady.
Economic activity is expanding at a solid pace, despite elevated uncertainty that owes in part to the conflict in the Middle East.
At least half of the Fed officials who are forecasting interest rates now say they expect interest rates to go up this year. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
The Cactus District residents have their duly elected council member back.
Glendale Councilman Lupe Conchas is back on the dais after the fellow city council leaders voted to remove him from his post. KTAR's Ballin Overstoles is live in the news center to tell you more.
Last month, Conchas was ousted from the Glendale City Council through a 4-3 vote. Other city leaders saying Conchas's election to his Salt River Project board made him unable to serve the city, arguing he was receiving disqualifying payments on that SRP board. However, this week, a county judge disagreed and ordered the city to immediately reinstate Conchas. Now back at work, he says.
When it comes to my colleagues, I want to just make sure that we continue every single day to improve the lives of the people that we serve. And I'm going to do my hardest to ensure that we're collaborative, that we work together, and that we get things done.
And the city has said in a statement it worked to reinstate the councilman after reviewing the judge's ruling. Live in the news center, Ballin Overstoles, KTAR News.
Let's get a look at those roads. Here's Enrique Garcia live from the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
Thank you, Heidi. Phoenix with debris blocking the right-hand lane. Loop 202, South Mountain Freeway southbound near Elliott Road. Phoenix again, disabled vehicle on the right-hand shoulder. Loop 101, Pima Freeway northbound near Princess Drive. This report is brought to you by the Arizona Business One Stop. Launching your business with Arizona Business One Stop is easier than ever. A free online tool to plan, start, and run your business in one easy-to-use place. Enrique Garcia, KTAR News.
10% chance for rain today. Don't count on it. Mostly sunny with a high of 110. Going to go down to 107 tomorrow and 107 with sunny skies by Friday. Right now, it's 106 degrees in Paradise Valley. Triple-digit heat, zero stress. Homes 2X will buy your home on demand with a 100% full value guarantee, and you can stay rent-free. Sell your home at homes2x.com. I'm Heidi Hommel on Arizona's news station, KTAR News.
Hey guys, Patricia with the Mike Broomhead Show. Mike is out tomorrow and Barry Markson is in. We talk the new Iran deal and some budget stuff with Senate President Warren Peterson. That's tomorrow on the Mike Broomhead Show.
All right. Appreciate you guys spending a little time with us. I'm Bruce. That's Gatos. We're outspoken from 2 to 6, Monday through Friday. We're also outspoken against hunger for the month of June. We're on a march to 500,000 meals, and we know because of all of you and some amazing partners like Axon, we are going to get there. Joining us in studio right now to talk a little bit about a unique issue for a lot of kids is Marco Gaucin, and of course, we've got the boss over there. Come on,
hardly,
you know.
Jerry Brown is with us.
I want to talk to the workers. Come on, I want to talk to the people who really do work. So, I think most of us understand. School goes out for summer. Okay, yeah, and maybe summer vacation. I'm thinking for Gatos and I was playing in pools and running around and acting like ruffians, idiots, and ne'er-do-wells. A lot of kids here in Arizona, they get not just lunch but breakfast at schools. So when you go into summer vacation and there's no school, for many, that means no breakfast and no lunch. Marcos Gaucin, you are the Chief Program Officer at St. Mary's Food Bank. Talk to us a little bit about that unique challenge and what are you seeing?
Yeah, so St. Mary's, we operate in those non-school hours. So during the school year, that's going to be after school. Mm-hmm. And so during the school year, you're doing about 2,100 meals a day to after-school programs, whether it be in a school or some other youth center. But like you said, breakfast and lunch goes away. And so that's a unique challenge. So we launch our summer programs right about the end of May. Our meal counts every day go up to about 3,500.
Okay.
And that's probably 75, 80 sites across the state. Food insecurity is about 1 in 5 kids, statewide. But as you get up north into Apache County, that's 1 in 3.
Yeah,
and
we've
so
heard about that. We've heard about challenges on the reservations,
right,
et cetera. Yeah,
and so all of these programs are statewide. They're not just here in Maricopa County, not just here in Phoenix. Mm-hmm. So we kind of have three arms of this. First, we do school-based pantries. So these are mobile pantries or on-campus pantries where families can come. We're serving about 5,000 families a month through those. Secondly, it's our backpack program. Now, during the school year, that's meant to be a weekend intervention. So they get it on Friday afternoon. It's for the family.
Food for the weekend.
Food for the weekend and for the whole family.
So we get a backpack with
backpack of food for a family of 4.
Wow.
In the summertime, that ramps up. So we're doing about 1,000 backpacks a week. And those are going, again, through those same programs. This summer, we're doing something extra. We're pairing that with produce boxes. So we are sending home not just pantry staples, but then also fresh fruits and vegetables with that. Yeah. So our big driver is meals. Mm-hmm. We do about 3,500 meals a day, and like I said, we've got about 80 sites around the valley, and then we use this freeze and thaw model to get those meals also up to the reservation and the northern counties.
Jerry, this is a great program. I mean, a lot of kids that don't get those meals because school is over and they need those meals. And mom and dad probably at work, kids at home, not much to eat. And this is how St. Mary's, feeds so many children.
Right. And I get to walk through a lot of these different summer programs, and these kids will come off from a field day and they'll be just hungry and sweaty and ready to eat. A couple of years ago, I ran into a kid who's about 7 or 8 years old, and he came up to me and he asked for another sandwich. And I knew he had gotten a sandwich like 45 seconds ago. I go, "Wow, did you eat that fast?"
You look familiar. Yeah.
And he goes, "No, I want to bring one home to my mom."
Oh.
So it's like, that's a 7-year-old who knows there's no food in the house.
Wow.
And if I can help out, I want to help out. The pride you see on Friday when these kids bring a backpack of food home, and it's not just for them, it's for the family, because we know the family needs. So there's rice and beans and pasta and canned goods in there, and fruits and vegetables now in the summertime, we're adding that. Those are the meal makers for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. And he's the one who brought it home, or she's the one who brought it home.
The kid's the hero.
And he knows that there's a problem. He knows there's no food in the house, and he's making a difference.
Yeah.
And that you can see the pride in their face that when they're going home with that food.
And that's why we ask you to give. We're Outspoken Against Hunger. We partner with St. Mary's Food Bank. We're asking you to text the word food to 620-620. Give today. Text food to 620-620.
Yeah. Again, I just think about the need. I feel like I grew up in a bubble because I can't remember, first off, me not having food, but it never dawned on me that even any of the students in my school would have been food insecure or not have this. But we are seeing this need more and more. And like you said, you get out of the heart of the city, the problems get even worse when you get into, I've heard the term used, food deserts before, where there just literally aren't grocery stores, or there's nowhere to go to get food, even if you could afford it.
Right, and that's exactly the point. St. Mary's serves 7 counties, basically the northern 2/3 of the state, and we understand that getting food outside of Maricopa County is more expensive, but we are committed to that. We're committed. We have partner agencies that are all the way up in the Four Corners area.
Yeah.
So we've got some of our drivers driving 6, 7, 8 hours just to get to some of these locations because it's a lifeline for these people.
Wow. Yeah, I like, Bruce, you mentioned it. We didn't go without much, even though you were raised by wolves.
Yeah, but I could still go home.
You could still go home and eat
There was
something.
food in the fridge and stuff in the pantry. You know?
like the equivalent is, I think, you and I, when we were kids, someone handed us a toy. And we're like, this is awesome. For these kids, you hand them food, it's like handing them a toy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you see some of these kids coming with their parents, especially now in summer, in the drive-up lines.
Mm-hmm.
They're elated because of carrots and celery that's in the box. They love it.
Right.
And we had one mom go through the line, and she left the line. She pulled over, and so a couple of us went over. Go, hey, what's happening? We thought our car broke down or something. Nope, she had pulled over to pull some carrots out of the box and handed them to the kids in the back. They were starting to munch
already.
So it's like, all right, but you're right. I mean, they're
We're not going to wait till we get home.
Yeah, right.
We need carrots now.
They're over the moon, to get not a toy, but to get some food.
Again, you can continue to support this amazing work and think about kids literally not missing meals because they don't get the school lunch or the school breakfast program. Text the word food to 620-620 right now. Food to 620-620 right now. What we do is we bounce you back a link. Comes right back to your phone, and it has all the information in there, including ways that you can donate.
And we're also asking businesses today. We will give you a shout out on the air every hour if you text the word food to 620-620 and give. By the way, coming up, we're gonna have to read some stuff.
We got some businesses.
This is good.
You guys are gonna get your shout outs.
Gentlemen, great to see you. You're doing great work. And just thank you for what you do for the Valley. And we're going to try and bring this home for St. Mary's Food Bank in the next week and a half.
That's awesome.
Marcos.
Appreciate you guys having us.
Marcos and Jerry, thank you guys very, very much.
Thanks, guys.
Sincerely appreciate it. Quick check of the headlines on the way. Heidi Hommel's got that for us. And then up next, can Dr. AI kill you? We'll explain. It's coming up next, Outspoken on KTAR.
KTAR News pays tribute to Valley teachers.
Let's give $2,500 to Mr. AC.
Nominate an outstanding teacher for a $2,500 check. Text the word teacher to 620-620 and pay tribute to a teacher. Message and data rates may apply.
Howdy, folks. Vince Marotta here. You know, when it comes to elevating your drive, I know just the place to start. Earnhardt Lexus. My friend and general manager, Bull Earnhardt, and his team at Earnhardt Lexus on Camelback make the whole experience easy, and honestly, that's how it's supposed to be. You see, the Earnhardt family has been doing business in Arizona the same way since 1951, when Bull's grandfather, Tex Earnhardt, built the dealership on a simple idea. Treat the customers the way you treat your own family. That tradition has driven everything they do for 75 years. And what started then is still happening now. Built on ensuring comfort, kindness, and earning your trust. Amazing luxury vehicles and incredible value. Treating every guest like family and creating happy customers for life. It's why so many Arizonans keep coming back. So swing by Earnhardt Lexus and experience amazing. Experience the no bull Earnhardt difference at 8th Street in Camelback or shop online at earnhardtlexus.com.
America First Credit Union has everything you need to get your money working. And for a limited time, new members get a $150 cash bonus for opening a checking account and $200 more for enrolling in and using direct deposit. If you're ready to do more with your money and get up to $350 cash, head to americafirst.com and become a member today. Subject to membership eligibility, terms, creditworthiness, change, and conditions. Additional requirements may apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Scorpions don't hate you. Ain't got the brains for hate. What they got is a tail full of bad intentions. Been living in this desert since the dirt was new. Think they got squatters' rights to your laundry basket.
Nate here, owner of Blue Sky Pest Control. Scorpions may have squatters' rights to the desert, but not to your property. Call 602 Blue Sky today. Real pest science, real protection. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, Scorpions.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
Tune in to The Gold Show with Kenny Michaels every Saturday at 2 p.m.
Hey, it's Bodie and Victoria, owners of NewACUnit.com.
In Arizona, it hits 100 degrees and suddenly AC prices magically go up.
We don't play that game at NewACUnit.com.
Even with manufacturers raising prices this year, we've used our buying power to keep your costs down.
And the price you see online, that includes everything. Unit, install, delivery, no surprises.
Just a smarter, more affordable way to stay cool at NewACUnit.com.
Save time, buy online, UACUnit.com.
KTAR News Flash.
At 2:45, I'm Heidi Hommel, and this is what you need to know right now. In the Memorandum of Understanding between the U.S. and Iran, the draft only secures toll-free passage of the Strait of Hormuz for 60 days and doesn't preclude future fees. It also includes a new minimum standard for downblending of highly enriched Iranian uranium and has provisions to ensure the territorial integrity of Lebanon after Israel's latest attacks against Hezbollah in Lebanese territory. In return, the U.S. will move to waive but not eliminate some wide-ranging sanctions against Iran once the deal is signed. 3 teens will be prosecuted as adults in connection with the Chandler home invasion and armed robbery earlier this month that left 2 people hurt. The Maricopa County's office announced the indictments against 2 17-year-olds and a 19-year-old. According to the indictment on June 6, Chandler police received a call about a home invasion. An elderly man was reportedly pistol whipped and his daughter was shot. All of our top stories are just 15 minutes away. For more news, go to KTAR.com or the KTAR News app. Checking the temperature in Ahwatukee. Right now, it's 107 degrees. Triple-digit heat, zero stress. Homes 2X will buy your home on demand with a 100% full value guarantee, and you can stay rent-free. Sell your home at homes2x.com.
The Lovebird Lowdown with Tom and Tawny.
You know, flying's overrated.
Bold statement for a bird.
Constant flapping, wind in your face. Much rather be in a Toyota.
Hey, you're right. Smooth ride, comfortable, quiet.
Just cruising along.
20 people dream of flying.
Give it a week.
Bird brains.
Right now, get 4.99% financing for 60 months on our most popular models, including Camry, Corolla, RAV4, 4Runner, and Tacoma. Or get low 2.99% financing for up to 72 months on a full-size Tundra. With great deals like these, now's the perfect time to visit your Valley Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. 4.99% with $18.87 per thousand borrowed for 60 months. 2.99% with $15.19 per thousand borrowed for 72 months. Offers end 6/30/26 and exclude TRD Pro and Trail Hunter models. See dealer for details.
Hey, it's Mike Broomhead. GLP start for free at Red Mountain Weight Loss. For a limited time, we will waive the startup fee on all programs. You can get GLP-1 medications for as low as $149 per month. With Red Mountain, you'll get lower prices than the big telehealth companies, no hidden fees, a specialized diet plan, and expert care from real doctors. Get started for free at redmountainweightloss.com, redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Hi, I'm Sherry Harris, owner of Life Source Water. Arizona's desert water is some of the harshest in the country. It's tough on your skin, your hair, and your home. Some people turn to old-fashioned softeners, but there's a better way. With Life Source, you get clean, conditioned, and healthy water from every tap without salt. Now, during our summer sale, save up to $1,000. We're paying your sales tax. Call our factory at 1-800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com. Offer ends soon.
Warranty limitations apply.
The Republicans who want to take on Katie Hobbs in November take the stage tonight. Who wins? Who loses? Reaction tomorrow morning from 5 to 8 on Arizona's Morning News. And be sure to catch us on the KTAR YouTube channel.
We're outspoken against hunger. Gatos, it's what we do.
Darn right, that's what we do. We partner with St. Mary's Food Bank.
We just had an amazing conversation talking about how St. Mary's is filling the gap that schools provide for meals for kids facing food insecurity over the summer, and how they keep these bellies full. All
Yes,
right?
yes.
And we challenged local businesses to jump in and help out in return for shameless plugs on the radio.
Yeah, we'll give you a plug every hour.
Yeah.
We've got Daniel, $200, exemplary polygraph services.
Ooh.
Serving Phoenix and surrounding areas.
Exemplary.
Yeah.
Polygraph services.
We've got Lorenzo Azi, $200. He is a business owner, and his business's name is Psych Dr. Aziz, He's a clinical psychologist, local expert, infant and early childhood mental health.
You know how important that is.
We got Tim Troy. He's donated some money. Locally owned on-site paper shredding company.
Okay.
And we got an anonymous donation from a luxury automotive business. And that's how they wrote it.
Okay.
So if you're a business, mom and pop, if you're a big monster business, great. Hey, guess what? Text food to 620-620. Give St. Mary's some money. As we march toward 500,000 meals, you just text the word food to 620. Today, we're looking, obviously, for everyone to give. If you haven't given yet, please, we ask you to do so. But also, if you're a business and all that kind of stuff, here's one from Decker. Let's see. You guys are doing a great job. I like you, Gatos, not Bruce.
That's okay.
You know that's not written there.
Oh, that's fine.
I do wallpaper at Williams Wall Covering.
Who doesn't need that?
All right, Decker.
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right.
And these are great local businesses.
Terrific.
That are supporting a need in their own community, in their backyard, and we're very appreciative of that.
Yes. Thank you.
Good for you guys.
Thank
Being
you.
good corporate citizens,
Yeah.
I think is what they call it. Do you go to the when you have an ailment, Gatos, when you have
I've got doctors
nick
on.
or a niggle, do you go online first and like Google your symptoms?
It really depends.
Really?
Well, I know Becky Lynn remembers the summer of my malaria issue that didn't.
How did that turn out?
It wasn't malaria.
Turned out not to be malaria.
It turned out not to be malaria.
Yeah.
So I try and stay away from that stuff. But as you all know, I go and I get a physical every 6 months anyway.
Yeah. So, luckiest girl in the world. She is all about Googling symptoms.
Oh, no.
Oh, at any minute she has Legionnaire's disease.
I thought I had that once.
Did you really? Mad cow.
I actually think I have mad cow.
Yeah, it's never ending. And real doctors,
We get along well.
Hello, real doctors?
Yeah.
They're saying it's all well and good that you might go to like an AI chat bot and basically type in your symptoms and see if you can figure out what's wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think it hurts.
Well, but a new study from the people that do studies at Pennsylvania State University said that chatbots provide accurate answers to health-related questions about 75% of the time, which means 25% of the time they don't.
Yeah, but
now, I guess the question is, do you think doctors give a better percentage?
Yeah. I don't think that's, I think 75% is pretty good. At least
you take that.
Sure, at least gives you a direction, like maybe I do have this. Here's the end of the day thing, right?
Yeah.
If you're not feeling right, I mean, it's just me. If you know something's definitely wrong, go see somebody. It's not that hard.
You'll be okay.
You don't do that.
Take some Tussin and some rub some NyQuil on it. You'll be all right.
No, if I think something's wrong, I'm going to make sure that either they find it or they're like, listen, you're a hypochondriac, go home. And I'm like, okay, I feel better.
I find it amazing. And by amazing, I mean weird. That people go to the doctor when they don't feel bad.
Give me an example.
You're like, I'm just going to the doctor. Why? I'm going in for a checkup.
Oh,
you don't feel well? No, I feel great.
Well, that's a physical.
Why? You're just asking for it.
No.
You're like, please find something wrong with me.
No.
Like I would not. I don't go to the car dealer and go, car's working great. Go through it and tell me what you guys would fix.
If you don't have any symptoms, you should go get a colonoscopy just to make sure you're okay. You don't have to have symptoms to go and get that done. Yes. Oh,
sounds like you're trying to live forever. That sounds horrible. Checking the headlines on the way.
I'm not trying to live forever. I'm just trying not to die horribly.
Becky Lynn. She's got checking the headlines for us coming up next. And by the way, is it ever okay to pull a prank at your own funeral? Speaking of dying, Gatos, it's coming up next, Outspoken on KTAR.
Call Doug Hopkins, 1-800-SELL now. Call Doug Hopkins, 1-800-SELL now.
I'm Doug Hopkins with My Home Group and DougHopkins.com, and I want to buy your house. If you're considering selling your home for any reason, do yourself a favor and let us show you how we can give you more. With no agent fees, no commissions, no repairs, and no showings, you can get a straightforward cash deal that you can close on in as little as 3 days. Other buyers may try to make you an offer without ever seeing your home. They may try to lower that offer or even cancel the deal after inspecting it. I will never do that. Our team will come out to your house and make you a fair as-is cash offer on the spot and will never cancel after the deal is signed for any reason. That's the Doug Hopkins difference. See for yourself why more people trust the Doug Hopkins team. Visit us today at DougHopkins.com or
Call Doug Hopkins, 1-800-SELL now. Call Doug Hopkins, 1-800-SELL now.
If you're squinting at 30, hunting for reading glasses at 50, or dealing with cataracts at 80, your eyes don't care how old you are. They just want freedom. Hi, it's Dr. King from King LASIK and K2 Vision. From LASIK to lens replacement to cataract surgery, we have vision solutions for every stage of life.
Trust the experience of 250,000 procedures and schedule your free Zoom consult at kinglasik.com. No glasses, contacts, readers, or cataracts. kinglasik.com.
Hey, we've said it, and now Ranking Arizona confirms it. America Roofing #1, ranked #1, the top roofing contractor 2026. Yep, what an honor for Jake, Josh, Tracy, and 500 employees statewide, because home or business, repair or replace, and we've had America Roofing do both at Costa Galvisi. Book the best at AmericaRoofingCo.com. Ranking Arizona's #1 roofing company. Even better, get a free inspection and save 12% at AmericaRoofingCo.com. Don't get beat by the heat. Get the $79 AC tune-up special from the best in the biz. Day and night, air conditioning, heating, and plumbing. Paul Calvisi here. We do it every year. We save money now with the AC tune-up special. Only $79 to save money later on summer energy bills. We avoid costly repairs, extend the lifespan of our AC units. Day and night is our AC's best defense. Go to dayandnightair.com. Schedule that $79 AC tune-up at dayandnightair.com. Conditions apply. Limited time offer.
The big box testosterone franchises want to squeeze you in on their schedule. Vital for Men is different. We're Arizona's original men's health clinic, open 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and we accept most insurance. Personalized care, by men, for men. And right now, your first testosterone test is completely free. Stop settling. Call Vital for Men or visit vitalformen.com today. Vital for Men, where Arizona men go to get their edge back.
Can't raise your arms, climb stairs, or kneel down? That means you can't play with the kids, golf with the guys, or get through a workday without exhausting pain. Let's celebrate what you can do. And that's exactly what QC Kinetics patients are doing. Not bracing for the next jolt of pain. It's gone. They've moved on, back to living their lives. So many of you have been through QC Kinetics game-changing regenerative treatments, done right in the office. No missing work, no surgery, no long recovery. The inflammation calms down. The pain backs off. Hearing about these life-changing treatments on KTAR News helped you dig out from under that long list of can'ts and get back to living your best life. Let's get rid of that pain, starting now. The consultation's totally free to see if you're a good candidate. Call QC Kinetics now, with clinics in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. 602-837-PAIN. That's 602-837-PAIN. 602-837-PAIN.
KTAR News pays tribute to Valley teachers.
So we partnered with your Valley Toyota dealers. We wanted to come into your classroom, just take a couple quick minutes, and give your teachers some money.
Nominate an outstanding teacher for a $2,500 check. Text the word teacher to 620-620 and pay tribute to a teacher. Message and data rates may apply.
Buy gold and put some silver in your pocket. I know what you're thinking. Everything's expensive right now. How am I going to buy gold? It's Ron Paul. Nowadays, a lot of things are out of your control, but there is something you can do right now to diversify your retirement, and it doesn't cost you anything out of pocket. My friends at Birch Gold Group will help you convert an IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold, a time-tested hedge against inflation. Plus, in honor of America 250, Birch Gold is going to give you a special America 250 1-ounce silver round for every $10,000 you purchase by July 2nd. Text the word SECURE to the number 989898 to get a free info kit from Birch Gold and claim eligibility for this limited time offer. Again, text the word SECURE to 989898 today.
KTAR-FM, Glendale, Phoenix. KTAR News now.
Good afternoon. It's 3 o'clock. I'm Becky Lynn.
Eyes on Education.
A new analysis of Arizona's school voucher program found that 11% of students in high-income zip codes were enrolled in the voucher programs, 3 times more than in lower-income zip codes. KTAR's education reporter Shira Tanzer joins us now live with more on why that may be.
Yeah, Becky, the data shows only 4% of students in low-income zip codes are enrolled in the program. State Superintendent Tom Horn explains that's because the majority of ESA users who joined the program after it became universal were already enrolled in private or home schools.
A zip code is too large an area to be indicative of the economic status of ESA users. A better measure is that people with a lot of money tended to be in private schools already.
Tyler Couch with education advocacy group Save Our Schools Arizona says that's concerning, with funding going to families who were already affording alternative education. The data was compiled by the Associated Press. Live in the News Center, Shira Tanzer, KTAR News.
And you can read more Education Solution stories by going to ktar.com/education.
Arizona votes 2026.
4 Arizona Republican primary candidates, including U.S. Congressman Andy Biggs and David Schweikert, will square off in a governor debate this evening. The hour-long Arizona Citizens Clean Elections Commission program will start at 6. Biggs and Schweikert will be joined on stage by businessman Ken Maselli and entrepreneur Scott Neely as they make their case to face Democratic Governor Katie Hobbs in the November general election. You'll be able to hear the debate live right here on KTAR 92.3 FM, and you can watch it on the app, online, or on our KTAR YouTube channel starting at 6 o'clock. Today, Attorney General Chris Mays announced the sentencings in 3 different drug trafficking cases that her office prosecuted. Mays says the drugs from the 3 cases could have killed thousands if they'd been sold on the street.
Look at the drugs on this table. Look at the fact that this is 50,000 lives that could have been lost. Right there, at least. because these guys were able to seize it.
Mays also warned about a newer drug called carfentanil that's meant to be used as a tranquilizer for large animals and could kill 50 people with 2 milligrams.
If this isn't the number one craziest case we've ever seen, it's number 2.
That is Maricopa County Sheriff Jerry Sheridan on the Mike Broomhead Show, discussing what he calls a crazy and disturbing case involving a man who allegedly broke into the county medical examiner's office and disturbed multiple bodies. Sheridan says the suspect had been thinking about committing the act for more than a year.
He had a couple of wine coolers and got his courage to do it, and he was really committed to doing it because he had to come in that building 3 times before he found where the bodies were stored.
Sheridan says the only case that shocked him more in his career also happened recently, the murder and crucifixion of a pastor in New River. It is time now for the KTAR Timeline with Patricia Valencia, brought to you by Beatitudes Campus.
It's June 17th, and back on this day in 1973, Dolly Parton recorded her song, I Will Always Love You. Written as a farewell to her business partner and mentor, expressing her decision to pursue a solo career. The country single wasn't released until 1974 and was a commercial success for Parton, twice reaching the top spot of the U.S. Billboard Hot Country Songs chart. It wasn't until 1992 when vocal powerhouse Whitney Houston re-recorded the track for the movie The Bodyguard. Houston's version peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for a then record-breaking 14 weeks. The single was certified diamond by the Recording Industry Association of America. The song was a global success, topping the charts in almost all countries, with over 20 million copies sold worldwide, and became the best-selling single of all time by a female solo artist. And it all began when Dolly Parton recorded I Will Always Love You, back on this day in 1973.
Let's check on traffic now as we go to the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center. Here is Enrique Garcia.
Thank you, Becky Lynn. Phoenix with a disabled vehicle blocking the left-hand shoulder. Loop 101, Pima Freeway, northbound near 90th Street. Phoenix with a crash blocking the HOV lane. I-17 southbound near Bethany Home Road. And Goodyear with a disabled vehicle on the right-hand shoulder. I-10 Papago Freeway eastbound near Pebble Creek Parkway. This report is brought to you by Asset Preservation Wealth and Tax. Worried if your retirement savings will last? Don't guess. Cash flow test it. Schedule your retirement income stress test at AssetPreservationWealth.com. Enrique Garcia, KTAR News.
Cleared tonight, low temp around 88, 107 Thursday and Friday, and 105 expected Saturday. We've hit 107 in Paradise Valley. Triple-digit heat, 0 stress. Homes 2X will buy your home on demand with a 100% full value guarantee, and you can stay rent-free. Sell your home at homes2x.com. I'm Becky Lynn on Arizona's news station, KTAR News.
Outspoken.
Don't even try that with me.
Speaking up for Arizona.
Oh, you don't like what I'm saying? Yeah, that means I'm doing my job right.
Outspoken with Bruce and Gatos. KTAR News 92.3 and the KTAR News app.
It's Arizona's reigning, defending, undisputed #1 talk show, 2 till 6. Welcome to Outspoken with Bruce and Gatos, hour number 2.
A lot of people are going to call hour number 2 the best of the hours.
Hey, at 5 o'clock, we've got the face-off.
Yeah.
1 hour of politics. We'll talk about the Trump-Iranian agreement that is officially signed.
Yeah.
It is officially signed. We'll talk about it coming up at 5. Also, we're asking you to help us support St. Mary's Food Bank. We're outspoken against hunger in June. And today is a super interesting day where we're asking businesses. You're a business out there, mom and pop, maybe a big-time business, what have you. Text the word food to 620-620. And by you giving, we will thank you by giving you a shout-out every hour of the show. So far in the 2 o'clock hour, several businesses.
Oh, they're jumping in on this.
Several businesses.
Like it.
Yeah. So, hey, you got a couple $100? Great. You're a big business looking for that $5,000 check.
Yeah.
If you can do it, you're going to feed a lot of children and elderly. And certainly there's a lot of people with military hats. By the way, we're going to get to that later.
Yeah.
In line. And you know that they've served. And goodness gracious, we've got to feed them too. So
100%.
Text the word food to 620-620. You're a mom and pop. You're a big business out in the valley. We'll give you a shout out. Just text food to 620-620.
I don't know if I've ever laughed at a funeral.
I think that sometimes it's absolutely okay. It really is.
I think sometimes people's emotions, they come out in different ways. But there was a funeral in Ireland. Now, maybe we should just stop there because the Irish do everything a little bit differently. Shout out to our Irish friends. And the deceased planned to prank.
Oh, gosh.
The people who came to his funeral, his graveside funeral, the lowering of the coffin into the ground.
All right, so he's dead.
Yeah.
Right? Embalmed.
Apparently.
In a box.
Getting
ready to go down into the ground.
We're going to put it down into the ground. You've all seen this happen.
Yeah.
And then all the people gravesite heard this.
Hello. Hello?
Sounds like someone's knocking from the box.
Let me out.
Let me out.
Hello. Hello. Let me out.
Oh, my gosh. So I watched this video, and
he says it's dark in here.
I know. I watched the video. There were some people that, because this guy, this guy's got the great sense of humor.
Obviously, he was a bit of a prankster.
Always a prankster. And so, but there were some people that were horrified.
When it says hello, and you hear a knocking?
Stop lowering them down, right?
Dark in here.
It's dark in here.
It's dark in here. Let me out. It's dark in here. I thought that priest I can hear. Let me out. Hello. Hello.
So before he died, he obviously, went into like a closet and he's like, "Hey, let me out of here." Or he got in a box himself.
I now have a great idea.
Oh my gosh, right?
I'm ready. I need to get this recorded soon. I've seen me drive.
Hello. Hello. This is Shamey. I'm in the box.
I'm in the box.
No, I'm dead.
I would have opened the coffin just to make sure.
I was going to ask, did anybody open it to be sure?
Right? Did someone know that he did this? But obviously
it had to. Somebody had to fire it off.
Yeah.
Right?
At the end of it, he says, "I'm here to say goodbye."
Do you want to hear that?
I think it might be on there.
Hello again. Hello. I was called to say goodbye. I'm going to die. I'm afraid to say hello again. Hello.
Gotta tell you,
that's a hell of a sense of humor.
Very funny.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
You know what? You talk about celebration of life. That is a celebration of life.
If you knew that guy was like that, if he was a practical joker, that would be a tremendous way to say goodbye and send off.
An amazing thing.
I don't.
It's not for
everyone. I don't
everyone.
know a lot about him, but he had to be someone who really enjoyed pulling people's legs.
Yeah.
And this one could go down in history as one of the funnier ones.
That's a good one.
Because listen, it's you mentioned it right at the beginning. Is it okay to laugh at a funeral? There sometimes you go up and you eulogize someone.
Yeah.
And depending on who it is,
you can tell a humorous story.
A humorous story.
Yeah.
I think that's great, especially since people are there and they're feeling bad. Some levity is good in a tough situation. This is on a planet all by itself.
This is good.
It is on a planet all by him. I mean, you got to figure that he knew he was going to do this for quite a while.
He'd been planning this. No, this isn't something you do at the last second.
Yeah,
you're like, I'm going to plan this out. And I got to have a few people in on it, right?
Right.
And just hit play right when they start lowering the coffin in.
Oh, my gosh.
It reminds
me
of something.
What a way to remember them, right?
So people who know, well, we all are going to die. Newsflash. But people that have an illness or a disease, or they know they're getting to a point, and they plan their funerals.
Yeah.
My friend Ralph planned his funeral, and I thought there was a comfort in that.
For him?
Yes.
I think there might be. I don't
and then for
understand.
all of us that were there,
I don't understand that, but I'm not in that spot.
right? But for all of us there, we knew this was exactly what he wanted. Like, he scripted it out. Who was going to speak? Where it was going to be? Like, it was all. He planned this thing out.
Would you do that? I don't think I'd do that.
It sounds like work, and I probably wouldn't just for that reason.
I don't think
alone.
I care. But again, I know I'm a hypochondriac, but I better be around here for a while.
Okay.
If you're in that situation where maybe you're elderly, or you
have an illness, and
you've got a diagnosis,
right,
and it's bad. Maybe that's something that you want to do. I've known people that did that.
Yeah, planned it out.
Here's the thing: you do whatever you want to do.
Fair enough. Well, we treat death so oddly in this country, though, and they do look at death very differently in other cultures.
Well, I mean, you were talking about where you wanted to bury your mom.
Yeah.
And Germany said no.
Germany said no, by the way.
Oh, you've already contacted the powers that be, and they said no.
Yeah, they said that's not going to happen. Did you know this? We wanted to bury Mom's ashes with her parents. Their lease is coming up.
A lease?
They're getting kicked out.
They're getting kicked out of the funeral. Out of the
cemetery.
I don't know what happens, and quite honestly, I didn't ask. But they're like, well, yeah, it's you only have it for 30 years or something like that, and then no.
So if I wanted that plot, and I would pay for it, Germany would say yes, and they would remove your ancestors from the ground?
We would have to pay to renew the parents.
Okay, and if you said no, what do they do?
I don't know.
That's gross.
I 100% agree. But they treat it very differently. Like, what do you need to have a grave that's 500 years old? There's nobody around. So they just rotate them.
That's insane.
It is insanity. Agreed.
Ugh.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got a quick check of the headlines on the way. Becky Lynn is in there doing all that for us. And don't forget, tonight at 6, we're bringing you the Republican primary debate in the governor's race. Andy Biggs, David Schweikert, Ken, is it Maselli, and Scott Neely are going to face off on KTAR. It all starts at 6. Then at 7 o'clock, we have a special reaction show. You can watch or listen on the KTAR News app or on air or even on the KTAR YouTube channel. Coming up next, a good majority of you are changing your summer plans. We'll tell you why and how next. Outspoken on KTAR.
All right, at Aria Dental Implant Center, they want to celebrate America's 250th birthday by helping you get a brand new set of teeth. Think back 250 years ago, our founding fathers, all the talk about, well, George Washington had fake teeth, right? Technology wasn't very good back then. He had other people's teeth in his mouth. That's actually what they did. He had ivory as dentures. And so what Aria is saying is, you know what? Come in, talk to Dr. Joe, sit down with him, and for America's 250th birthday, Aria wants to give you 10% off. So when you call them, mention Gatos. You're going to get the best surgeon in Dr. Joe. You're going to get the best price at Aria Dental Implant Center because they're local. They're not corporate. They don't have the same overhead as all these big corporate places. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to get the attention and the time and the care you deserve. 10% off your dental implant procedure. That is a big, big deal. And these procedures are life-changing. Go to ariadentalimplantcenter.com, ariadentalimplantcenter.com. Get your 10% off and mention Gatos.
KTAR News Flash.
3:16. I'm Becky Lynn, and here's what you need to know right now. Lawyers for accused United Healthcare CEO killer Luigi Mangione were in court today to enter a new plea that could mean a reduced charge in his state murder case. Here's ABC's Peter Harlambous.
This marks a dramatic change in Luigi Mangione's defense after spending about 18 months arguing he was not responsible for the death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. His lawyers in court signaled that they're instead going to argue that he was going through an emotional episode, that he had a profound loss of self-control at the time of the alleged crime, If they're successful in arguing that to a jury, it would effectively reduce this from a murder case to a manslaughter case and reduce the amount of time Mangione would potentially have to spend in prison.
All of our top stories are only 15 minutes away. For more news, go to KTAR.com or the KTAR News app. Let's check those roads. Here's Enrique Garcia live in the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
Thank you, Becky Lynn. Phoenix with a crash on the right-hand shoulder. I-10 Maricopa Freeway westbound near 24th Street. Phoenix, disabled vehicle on the left-hand shoulder. Loop 101 Pima Freeway northbound near 90th Street. And Phoenix with a crash blocking the HOV lane. I-17 southbound near Bethany Home Road. This report is brought to you by Earnhardt Hyundai North Scottsdale. Make this 4th of July worth the drive. Our bonus cash bonanza is on at Earnhardt Hyundai North Scottsdale. Find holiday savings on your new Hyundai today. Enrique Garcia, KTAR News.
88 for the low tonight, 107 tomorrow and Friday is 106 right now in Santan Valley. Triple-digit heat, zero stress. Homes 2X will buy your home on demand with a 100% full value guarantee, and you can stay rent-free. Sell your home at homes2x.com.
Hey guys, Patricia with the Mike Broomhead Show. Mike is out tomorrow and Barry Markson is in. We talk the new Iran deal and some budget stuff with Senate President Warren Peterson. That's tomorrow on the Mike Broomhead Show.
Appreciate you guys spending some time with us. Remember, we are outspoken against hunger. We've got just a week and a half left to raise money for St. Mary's Food Bank and take advantage of Axon's $75,000 match. We want to, in the nicest way possible, use every penny of their $75,000.
Yep, need to get $75K. Not there yet. Then they will double it. And so we're asking you to text the word food to 620-620. If you haven't given yet, please consider doing so today. But also, we are asking businesses in the Valley, mom and pop, maybe you're a big business, right? To donate. We'll give you a shout out on the air every hour. Biggest radio station and biggest talk show. End of story. You get a big shout out every hour on the program. And so that's going to go to a lot of people. And I think that's pretty cool. I think a lot of our listeners are like, oh, this company gave to St. Mary's? Yeah, maybe I'll go eat there tonight.
Yeah. Maybe I'll patronize that.
Yeah, maybe I'll go and visit this. So we're getting some in. But again, if you're a business owner or you work at a business, whatever it is, mom and pop, text food to 620-620. Donate to St. Mary's today. Give you a shout out every single hour.
Deal. All right. We know that it is summer vacation time for many people. Maybe you're already have plans. Maybe you're making plans. My guess is anybody who has been making plans, Gatos, has been a little bit shocked at pricing.
My wife and I were looking at some, some flights, and it's crazy. It's insane.
Airline tickets are up an average of 10%. An average of 10% across the board, all the major airlines, if you will. And it is surprising. I mean, obviously, it went up, felt like overnight, where prices went up a lot. And what happened also is that because of fuel prices going up, airlines started flying fewer flights, canceling flights, so they could pack more people onto planes.
Right.
And so you had the double whammy of that. We obviously know about gasoline and diesel prices affecting some people. Hotel prices.
Man. You know,
why are hotel prices up? What did you people do?
We were even looking at Vegas a little bit. Just to see what's going on over the summer.
Remember when Vegas used to be cheap?
I can't even tell you how much the Vegas hotel it would cost. And we're like, no.
No.
Absolutely not.
Hard no. I looked at that too. It used to be like they give you a cheap room because you're going to go and you're going to gamble and this, that, and the other.
It's 110 degrees out there. Give me a deal.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It seems like there aren't a ton of deals out there.
Average airline fares up. Hotel prices on the rise. I think the good news is that maybe over the next 6 months, some of these grocery prices may go down if everything kind of ends up. But if we leave or if we leave the strait and come back home, I think it'll be better for people's pocketbooks for sure.
But for this, for summer vacation, what we're finding is, according to some surveys that they've been doing, people are still about 70% of people plan to have some sort of a summer getaway.
Got to modify, though.
The difference is cheaper destinations,
right?
Shorter trips,
right? We don't need
driving
5 days,
instead of flying,
2, right? Yeah.
That people are trying to still get away, but get away within a reasonable budget.
Where can I get the best bang for my buck?
Yeah,
I mean that's what people are looking at.
It's hard to find.
It is
I've been
hard to
looking.
find.
Seriously,
I wonder how like staycations in the valley. I wonder how that is going to go.
Okay,
this
if there's cheap hotels in the valley over the summer, I can't find them.
Oh, really? Because I would think that people would say, "All right, we don't want to drive anywhere because gas prices are still high and will remain high for a bit. Hopefully, come down." But, maybe we'll go to one of the Valley hotels and have a great, use their air conditioner and their pool and all that.
And you see they're wonderful.
We got beautiful
hotels. I mean, they're stunning, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Have you looked?
Yeah, like $300-400 a night.
Still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's
in the middle of summer.
It's got to come down.
In the middle of summer.
I don't know if it'll come down, but you can go for like a package deal where, I don't know, you get something like you get $100 towards a meal or something. Yeah. Prices are insane. I'll give you one.
I'm ready.
We went out to my buddy Rex had a birthday, so we all go
happy
out.
birthday,
Yeah,
Rex.
we all go out for dinner, and so we went to a steakhouse. Been there before. It's a great place. And I'm just looking at the petite filet is $67. $67. And there are people around me. Okay, can we afford it? Okay, yeah. Do I want to pay it? Not really.
Can I show you something just because we're doing it?
I don't want to pay that. What do you got?
This is the resort hotel that's just down the street. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Okay.
It's got the big mansion sitting over top of it. You know what I'm talking about?
Sure, I do. They have a $67 steak.
Cheapest room, $465.
No.
That's for 2 weeks from now?
No.
Middle of summer?
No.
Where are the cheap vacations?
I'm just saying.
What
no.
did I miss?
I'm saying no to a bunch of stuff. I'm just not. I just don't want to buy a $67 steak. I mean, I know it's on occasion. You can go to a steakhouse. I get it. I'm just not doing it. It's crazy. I remember it wasn't that long ago when they were $50.
Yeah.
And at $50, I was like, that's still pretty expensive. $67.
Right. And we all sound like our parents, right? Back in my day, movies were a nickel. That's not what we're saying.
I don't think so.
The thing is, the prices feel like they went up overnight.
Yeah, and never came down, and they get more expensive.
Yeah, you just woke up one day and go, what are they charging for that?
Yeah.
Checking the headlines on the way. We've got Becky Lynn doing that for us. And then coming up next is Trump's Iran deal, a national humiliation. We're going to have that conversation. It's coming up next, Outspoken on KTAR.
Hey, it's Bruce and Gatos, and we're outspoken against hunger.
Every dollar donated provides enough food for 5 meals.
Here's our goal. You ready? We want to provide 500,000 meals for Arizonans.
St. Mary's Food Bank provides millions of pounds of food to a network of more than 600 partner agencies all across Arizona.
It's the march to 500,000 meals.
And you can join by texting FOOD to 620-620. That's FOOD to 620-620 and make your donation now.
Outspoken against hunger with Bruce and Gatos, benefiting St. Mary's Food Bank.
Message and data rates may apply.
Oh, Bruce and I were just talking about, is there a deal anywhere to be had? Is there any place that you could go and now get a deal? Well, the answer is yes, and it's Red Mountain Weight Loss. So if you want to lose weight this summer, I'm going to get your startup fee waived for every single program you want. All right? Now, maybe, you want to lose weight and, your friends are on GLP-1 meds, the nectar of the gods, as I like to call it. Go and talk to the real doctors at Red Mountain who specialize in helping you lose weight and succeed. It is a full service care that you deserve. And I'm telling you right now, when you go to Red Mountain Weight Loss, I'm going to save you a very pretty penny before you even walk in the door. When you call them, you can hit pound 250 on your phone and use the keyword Red Mountain. When you call them, say, hey, Gato sent me, said he's going to waive the startup fee. And they're going to say, absolutely. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. redmountainweightloss.com. There is a great deal at Red Mountain Weight Loss where I will get the startup fee on any program you want to join completely and 100% waived. RedMountainWeightLoss.com.
Staples has hundreds of ways to grow your business this summer, like spectacular signs, brilliant brochures, eye-popping posters, mouth-watering menus, and more. Shop now through August 1st and save up to 25% off custom printed banners. Staples. That was easy.
Hi, I'm Sherry Harris, owner of LifeSource Water. Arizona's desert water is some of the harshest in the country. It's tough on your skin, your hair, and your home. Some people turn to old-fashioned softeners, but there's a better way. With LifeSource, you get clean, conditioned, and healthy water from every tap without salt. Now, during our summer sale, save up to $1,000. We're paying your sales tax. Call our factory at 1-800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com. Offer ends soon.
Warranty limitations apply.
Have you noticed all of a sudden there's a bunch of lawyers saying they're going to fight for you? Yeah, until you read the fine print below them. Hi, I'm Mark Breyer.
And I'm Alexis Breyer. We're the husband and wife law team. If you look closely at that fine print, you'll see not an attorney in this state or not a law firm.
You never trust your future in the hands of someone other than a serious, experienced trial lawyer. And you definitely can't trust someone who won't even tell you who they are.
Do your research after a serious injury. Call the husband and wife law team first.
Jamie West here, and I know it can be difficult to find a place you can trust to care for your loved one. Look no further than Beatitudes Campus in North Central Phoenix. Right now, take advantage of assisted living and early memory support move-in specials. For a limited time, private pay residents get 30 days of their base rate free. A community you can trust for the care your loved one needs. Learn more at beatitudescampus.org. Live brightly, age boldly at Beatitudes Campus.
Hi, it's Dr. Kopstein from K2 Vision. Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract. After 150,000 procedures, our team has the experience to tell you if it's your right time for K2 Vision RLE.
Schedule your free Zoom consult now at k2visionrle.com and enjoy life with no readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Scorpions don't hate you. Ain't got the brains for hate. What they got is a tail full of bad intentions. Been living in this desert since the dirt was new. Think they got squatters' rights to your laundry basket.
Nate here, owner of Blue Sky Pest Control. Scorpions may have squatters' rights to the desert, but not to your property. Call 602 Blue Sky today. Real pest science, real protection. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, scorpions.
Celebrate Father's Day at the D-backs game on Sunday, June 21st. The first 15,000 dads to the game will get a Father's Day polo. Get your tickets at dbacks.com.
Hi, this is Mike Halliday, attorney and partner at Morris Hall, with a question for you. Have you heard people talking about how it's become so much easier to put together your own estate plan? With online templates, non-attorneys, even AI, it's remarkable how accessible it all is. For many things, that kind of convenience is ideal. But when it comes to something as important and personal as your legacy, most people want and deserve something more than doing it yourself. Because estate planning isn't just about documents, it's about the right perspective. Someone who understands the bigger picture, asks the right questions, and will help ensure your estate plan works as it should. That's the difference a dedicated, experienced attorney and team will make. At Morris Hall, we guide you through each step, bring clarity to important decisions, and create a plan that truly reflects your life and the people you love.
Morris Hall, a premier choice for estate planning in Arizona. Visit morrishall.com to schedule your complimentary consultation. That's morrishall.com.
KTAR News now.
It's 3:31. Good afternoon. I'm Becky Lynn.
Extremely important because this is a win for the rule of law.
A Glendale elected official is back serving on the city council after being ousted by fellow leaders. KTAR's Ballin Overstolz is live in the news center to tell us more.
Councilman Lupe Conches was kicked off the Glendale City Council last month after his election to the Salt River Project Board. Other council members arguing he was getting paid for that SRP role and therefore ineligible to serve on the Glendale City Council. But a county judge has disagreed with the 4 members who voted for his removal, ordering the city to reinstate Conchas back to the city council, saying he did not break city rules by holding the 2 positions.
My service to Glendale, my service to the Cactus District hasn't stopped, and I'm really excited that I get to be here in the office officially as a councilman to be able to do the work of the people every single day.
The city of Glendale said in a statement it is complying with the judge's order. Live in the news center, Ballin Overstoles, KTAR News.
Attorney General Chris Mays says methamphetamine has now surpassed fentanyl in overdoses in Arizona. Mays says cartels are switching production to new meth, which is extremely potent and being made at an industrial scale. Mays says the increase in production is due to the crackdown on fentanyl. Cartels can't acquire as many chemicals needed for fentanyl as they used to. New Orleans is getting ready for Tropical Storm Arthur. It's the first Atlantic storm of the summer hurricane season. Arthur is moving up the western Gulf Coast with maximum sustained winds of about 45 miles an hour and is expected to make landfall tonight. New Orleans Emergency Management Director Derek Hessen warns the city's at risk for heavy rain and high winds.
In addition to the flooding threat, a few strong storms could be capable of producing damaging wind gusts of up to 60 miles per hour and a few tornadoes.
Phoenix Suns star Devin Booker will be wearing a new number on his jersey in the upcoming NBA season, changing his number from 1 to 15, according to ESPN. The move is to honor his dad, Melvin Booker, who wore the number 15 himself while at college in Missouri. The elder Booker was a basketball pro himself, playing briefly for the NBA's Golden State Warriors. This isn't the first time Book's worn the number 15 as he adorned the number during his Team USA Olympic runs in 2021 and in 2024. Time to check the traffic now. Let's go to the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center and Enrique Garcia.
Thank you, Becky Lynn. Phoenix with a disabled vehicle blocking the right-hand lane. I-17 northbound near Camelback Road. Phoenix debris on the right-hand shoulder. State Route 51 southbound near Bell Road. Phoenix, again, disabled vehicle right-hand shoulder. US 60 Superstation Freeway westbound near Dobson Road. This report is brought to you by the Arizona Business One Stop. Skip the lines with the Arizona Business One Stop, a free online tool to plan, start, and run your business in one easy-to-use place. Enrique Garcia, KTAR News.
Tonight, clear skies, a low temp around 88. For Thursday and Friday, 107 degrees both days and about 105 on Saturday. Right now at Sky Harbor in Phoenix, it's 109 degrees. Triple-digit heat, zero stress. Homes 2X will buy your home on demand with a 100% full value guarantee. And you can stay rent-free. Sell your home at homes2x.com. I'm Becky Lynn on Arizona's news station, KTAR News.
The Republicans who want to take on Katie Hobbs in November take the stage tonight. Who wins? Who loses? Reaction tomorrow morning from 5 to 8 on Arizona's Morning News. And be sure to catch us on the KTAR YouTube channel.
Hey, real quick, Gatos, we're outspoken against hunger. We're asking local businesses to pitch in today, become good community members, and boy, they're responding.
Yeah, if you donate today by texting the word food to 620-620, we'll give you a shout-out each hour on the air.
All
so
right.
we're going to do that now. Carrie Evans. Everybody's donated a few $100s, which is really great.
Outstanding. Thank you.
Scottsdale headshot photographer, been shooting the Valley for 15-plus years. Arizona born and raised.
Sounds awesome.
A-plus movers. Couple $100 from the staff there. Decker Williams, wallpaper at Williams Wall Covering.
All right.
We've got to Daniel, exemplary polygraph services.
Not normal one.
Serving
exemplary.
Phoenix and surrounding areas. Lorenzo Azi, he's putting a few $100s in. He is a clinical psychologist, local expert in infant early childhood mental health. We've got Tim Troy, locally owned on-site paper shredding company.
Ooh.
We had an anonymous donation from a luxury automotive company. So, yeah, just put the name of your company. You know, there's a place that you can just, it's right there. You leave it. We'll give you a shout out. Where's the big business with the 5K? I'm looking for you. Just saying, where's the big business that's got a great business going, has a terrific year going, and you can feed a lot of people. You got $1,000, you got $5,000. That's what I'm looking for. Text the word food to 620-620. Business owners, we will give you a shout out each and every hour.
Well, Gatos, it seems like the returns are in, the reviews, if you will, on the new Memorandum of Understanding between the United States and Iran regarding the war. And The reviews are not good.
No.
Very few people seem happy about this. Well, I'm going to put it this way. I think Iran is happy about this.
I think Iran should be doing cartwheels. There's no mention of dismantling the nuclear program. There's no mention of dismantling the ballistic missiles program. In fact, the president said they should have missiles.
He literally said that today. He was okay with them having missiles.
There's no commitment to ending support, or Iran's support for these terrorist organizations.
Literally not mentioned in there.
No. So Iran gets $300 billion
reconstruction fee, $300 billion in financing for reconstruction.
So we blew them up, and now we're going to rebuild their country.
And they also get sanctions relief immediately. Sanctions relief. They can sell their oil, and their ports are no longer blockaded. And we are unfreezing their assets that are kept in foreign banks. I've heard the number between $25 and $100 billion of frozen assets that they will have access to. Iran.
What did we get?
Reopen the Strait of Hormuz.
We got high gas prices.
Which was open, by the way.
We got 13 dead Americans. We'll talk about this at 5 o'clock on the face-off. This is bad. Again, I do want to say this. This is a bad deal for America. Here's the issue. Do you want to keep fighting? Do you think that
to what end?
Right? Because if you're not in it to win it, which we haven't been, if we were going to say we're going to take your nuclear capabilities away, we're going to go and get the enriched uranium, which we blew up a lot of it, but a lot of it's underground. If we wanted to win, if we were going to do everything to win this war, that includes ground troops, which none of us want to do, and that's really the point. Shouldn't have gone in at the beginning. You either do it the right way or you don't do it at all. And we should have done it. We shouldn't have done it at all. This deal is a total surrender.
The U.S. officials have confirmed that Trump signed a physical copy of the Memorandum of Understanding while at the Palace of Versailles in France this evening.
So, all right, here we are. What do you want him to do, Bruce? We've been saying, let's get out of this thing. Let's get out of this thing. This was the best. Listen, this is the best he's going to get because we're not winning. We basically gave them whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
And we're going to turn around and leave. It is awful.
Well, this isn't the first time. Those of you that have studied military conflict, those of you who might have fought in wars know that at some point the politicians get involved and make decisions for political reasons, not for military reasons. And these decisions, the decision to agree to Iran's terms, is a political decision made by Trump because the heat has gotten too much for high gas prices, high grocery prices. He talked about he needed to do this to end a global recession. So he's doing it for political reasons.
Well,
we surrendered.
Right.
We waved the white flag.
Right.
Iran didn't wave a white flag.
It's hard to swallow that. That is tough, man. That is tough to swallow. When we talked yesterday, a lot of the stuff that was leaking out from this deal, you and I were looking at each other and like, oh, this can't be it, right?
Right. The leak yesterday, we got this memos and reporters are saying we've seen a copy of it. Here's what it said.
But it was fair to wait and say,
we said this is not confirmed. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything that was leaked is right.
100% confirmed.
Right.
Yeah. There's very little in it for the United States other than the opening of the Strait of Hormuz, by the way, in the next 30 days.
Right.
Because Iran says it has to go and collect the mines that it put out there.
Hundreds of billions in exchange for maybe a promise to not build a nuclear weapon, which
the pinky swear.
We already had the pinky swear.
Yeah.
from the Obama deal. We had the pinky swear.
Well, it's not a promise to not. It's a yes. They. I want to say the terminology. Gosh, I'm sorry. I just had it in front of me. Iran renews its commitment to not pursue nuclear weapons.
Yeah, the U.S. gets a reiteration of the vague promise that Iran won't develop a nuke. But I mean, all the president said is they can't have one. They can't have one. They can't. Well, there's nothing in this deal, and maybe they'll talk about it in 60 days. But what's there to talk about? Like, this is a great deal for Iran. They're way better off today than they were before this war. I mean, they should write Donald Trump a thank you note. And I hate saying that. Hate saying that.
Last summer, we did not destroy their ballistic missiles or their nuclear program.
Yeah, well, let me say something about last summer. Last summer, the president did a good job. I really believe that. Last summer, the president made the right decision, in my opinion, to have that 12-day war and really, take out most of their material. The problem was, after we did it, he said it was completely obliterated. That was a lie. We did a lot of damage. And he should have just stuck to the truth. Hey, you know what? We did a lot of damage. We took out some of their uranium, and we didn't put a soul on the ground. Stop there. And I'd be fine with that. I think what he did last summer, 100% behind him. But when he started this war, I just knew it was going to end bad.
Yeah.
Not this bad.
Well, I mean, today he actually said that he's okay with them having ballistic missiles because their neighbors have them, too.
Boy.
So that's off the table.
Yeah, his rhetoric on this has really changed, mostly because he's even
wants out.
Well, he's even calling the new regime. Well, they're much better. Well, they're pretty good.
The same regime
pretty good
as
to
the
work
last
with.
Regime, by the way, they're not different. It's the same.
They have the same mindset.
Yeah.
The same
goals,
IRGC. The same hate for America, and the same religious ideology they've always had.
Senator Bill Cassidy, a Republican from Louisiana. Reagan is rolling over in his grave.
Oh, my gosh.
Iran's nuclear ambitions were not curbed, and they have learned that threatening the Strait of Hormuz works and will undoubtedly leverage it in the future. Now, Iran gets to build brand new infrastructure under this deal. Before the war, the strait was open, Iran was being crushed by sanctions, and 13 service members were still alive. Now 13 Americans are dead. Families have paid billions to the pumps. Sanctions will be lifted, and the bombing is stopped. This is the worst foreign policy blunder in decades. That is U.S. Senator Bill Cassidy, Republican, Louisiana.
I would have to agree with him. I'd have to agree. It's a sad day. Lost a war, and then lost the deal.
And then handed over billions.
Yep.
And got rid of sanctions.
Yep. There's not a lot in this to like.
Yeah. Checking the headlines on the way. Becky Lynn will do that for us. Coming up next, will you be able to vote against traffic cameras come November? We're talking about it next. Outspoken on KTAR. Hey, I want to talk to you real quick about Oliver Smith Jeweler. Oliver Smith, the place to go for Father's Day. That's right. It's coming up. Did you know? You forgot? Don't waste time. Don't get something Dad is going to throw in the back of a drawer. Find something at Oliver Smith Jeweler that Dad's not only going to cherish, but every time he looks down at his wrist, thinks of you. That is a Father's Day present. And Oliver Smith Jeweler can do that for you. They carry amazing brands at their flagship store and inside the Scottsdale Fashion Square Mall. They also have a huge selection of pre-owned watches. You can get an amazing deal on every brand you can think of in every price range. All right? And it's simple. You can go online. You can see their selection right now at oliversmithjeweler.com, or you could stop by. You heading home? Hey, that flagship store right there at Scottsdale Road and Doubletree Ranch Road, right on the corner. Pop on in. Or, again, anywhere near the Scottsdale Fashion Square Mall, run in there. Find the awesome. They are phenomenal. They're on the main floor, by the way. I know exactly where it is. Oliver Smith Jeweler, the place to go for Father's Day. Always online at oliversmithjeweler.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked, In buildings, stay ready. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Rain on game day doesn't faze Dave. He's already got his poncho. Just needs to do something about those wipers. So Dave heads to AutoZone,
Welcome to AutoZone.
where a friendly AutoZoner helps him get premium quiet wipers and some hand warmers.
You're all set.
Now, if only his team can handle the elements as well as his new wipers. Get wipers, glass cleaner, and more with no hassles, just help at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Homes 2X buys your home for cash with a full market value guarantee, which means that when they resell it, you get the profit. Stay in your home rent-free until it sells and use all your equity in your current home to buy your next place as a cash buyer. No waiting, no stress. You control the offers, you get the profit. Want cash up front with a full market value guarantee? Sell your home at homes2x.com. That's homes, the number 2x.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
KTAR News Flash.
It's 3:48. I'm Becky Lynn, and here's what you need to know right now. 3 teens will be prosecuted as adults in connection with a Chandler home invasion and armed robbery earlier this month that left 2 people hurt. The Maricopa County Attorney's Office announced the indictments against 2 17-year-olds and a 19-year-old. According to the indictment, on June 6th, the rideshare driver was picking up passengers near Elliott Road and Arizona Avenue, and they got into an argument. The driver was hit with a gun and robbed. Shortly after, Chandler police got a call about a nearby home invasion, and an elderly man was reportedly pistol whipped and his daughter shot. All of our top stories just 15 minutes away. For more news, go to KTAR.com or the KTAR News app. And now let's check on traffic from the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center. It's Enrique Garcia.
Thank you, Becky Lynn. Phoenix with a disabled vehicle on the right-hand lane. I-17 northbound near Camelback Road. Mesa disabled vehicle right-hand shoulder. US 60 Superstation Freeway westbound near Dobson Road. This report is brought to you by Primavera Online. Skip the commute this summer. Learn from anywhere with free online classes at Primavera. Enroll now at freesummerschool.com. Enrique Garcia, KTAR News.
Hey, Dave Ramsey here from my friends at Window World. With the Arizona weather heating up, it's good to know that Window World windows are specifically made for the harsh Arizona climate. Right now, you can lock in 7 large premium vinyl sliding windows, all with energy-efficient solar zone sun shield glass, tax included, for one all-in upfront price of only $5,989. And that price includes Window World's noise reduction upgrade. Plus, you can save an additional $100 off any new patio or entry door. Best of all, their certified installers can complete most projects in just one day. See for yourself why nearly half of all new Window World customers come from happy referrals. So don't wait for summer. Schedule your free in-home estimate today at windowworldphoenix.com. Window World, simply the best for definitely less.
Staples has hundreds of ways to grow your business this summer, like spectacular signs, brilliant brochures, eye-popping posters, mouth-watering menus, and more. Shop now through August 1st and save up to 25% off custom printed banners. Staples. That was easy.
Hi, I'm Stuart Willis, president of Asset Preservation Wealth and Tax. Will your investments last throughout retirement? Do you have a retirement strategy to minimize your long-term taxes? If not, tune into Arizona's own Asset Preservation Hour right here on KTAR Sundays at 2 p.m. What should you do about the current economic conditions? Stay informed and stay tuned into the Asset Preservation Hour Sundays at 2 p.m. on KTAR.
Investment advisory services offered through Foundations Investment Advisors, LLC, and SEC Registered Investment Advisor.
The Gatos Big Q poll question, brought to you by your Valley Toyota dealers.
All right, KTAR.com, the Big Q. This is a question that we're going to ask when 5 o'clock comes and we bring you the face-off.
Yeah.
President Trump and Iran reached a memorandum of understanding to end a months-long war. I think, A, the U.S. won the war. B, the U.S. lost the war. C, it doesn't seem like either country won the war.
Wow.
We're going to talk about that.
I'm going to go with C. It doesn't seem like either country won the war, but I do think it's going to be all over the road. I'm going C, 42%.
It seems 44% the U.S. lost the war.
Oh, wow.
35% the U.S. won the war. I'd like to talk to some of you.
Yeah.
Or
What
give
do
me
we-
one
what do we
reason.
win?
Yeah, tell me. Because it might make me feel better.
Yeah.
21%, it doesn't seem like either country won the war. So if you take the 44 and the 21, you've got 65% either think we lost or didn't win.
Or it's a tie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's most of America. It's most of America
Well,
right
it's
All right,
rational,
we-
rational people that can
All
think
right.
for themselves can understand
All
what
right.
it is, right?
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
Ignacio.
What up, Ignacio?
Shout out, $1,000, man.
What?
That's what I'm talking about.
Ignacio, thank you.
Outspoken against hunger. We are teaming with St. Mary's Food Bank. The march to 500,000 meals. You text the word food to 620-620. And today, if you're a business owner and you give, leave your business on the page, and we'll give you a shout out every hour of the show that remains. Okay? Text food to 620-620.
Appreciate it. All
Not
right.
bad.
Okay.
Not bad.
We've got businesses chiming in left and right.
We
and
do.
We are very appreciative of that. We got some more shout outs coming up. So we are going to have apparently a lot of ballot initiatives. Get ready for all those little signs on every street corner. Yes on 110. No on 110. 110 saves firefighters. 110 kills puppies. And, you'll see all that craziness,
Get
right?
Get ready for what they name the bill to have nothing to do with
Usually, you know that whatever they name it, it's usually the exact opposite.
Just be very careful.
It's whatever the name is, it's usually the exact opposite because they know a lot of people just vote by whatever the name of it is. So I don't know what this one's going to be called yet, but you will be able to vote in November on a ballot initiative to get rid of traffic cameras in your city.
Wait.
And I'm here for it.
Oh, I thought you meant. I thought you meant. Okay. I thought for a second you said.
We're going to call it protecting Arizona's intersections.
It went through my brain, traffic lights, and I'm like, that's a bad idea.
Traffic cameras.
Traffic cameras, some red light cameras should stay.
Well,
Because
you're going
there
to
are
get to vote on it.
dangerous intersections, and they're not all over the place. A lot of them are also in school zones. That's good.
Okay.
But some are money grab, and I'm never for that. I'm talking to you, Paradise Valley.
All right. Hey, we got to check the headlines on the way. The face-off is coming up at 5, Gatos. Don't forget about that.
I'll be around all day.
You'll be here all day.
I will be here today.
Coming up next.
Yes.
How will AI help end Arizona's devastating wildfires? Let me talk to somebody that knows about this. It's coming up next, Outspoken on KTAR.
At Earnhardt Hyundai North Scottsdale, we're making this 4th of July worth the drive. Whether you want low financing or holiday savings, our bonus cash bonanza has a deal with your name on it. Lock in 0.99% APR for 60 months on a new 2026 Sonata or Tucson. Or go with the 2026 Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid at 1.99% for 60 months. Ask about $3,000 in total savings on the Palisade, Calligraphy, or XRT Pro. And every Hyundai is backed by Hyundai Assurance, America's best warranty, with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Your deal is waiting. Visit EarnhardtHyundaiNorthScottsdale.com before July 6th and make it yours.
Offers require Hyundai Motor Finance credit approval on select 2026 models. About per thousand financed is $1,710 for 0.99% APR and $1,706 for 1.99% APR for 60 months. 0.99% excludes hybrid models. Savings vary by model and cannot be combined. Expires July 6, 2026. See dealer for details.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know that hiking isn't for you. Sure, it sounds nice to be in nature while exercising, but that's what a gym and houseplants are for. I mean, you don't even like walking upstairs. So why would you walk up a hill for miles? To what, end up high in the air? Come on, you know you're scared of heights. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Most people wait to replace their AC because of the price tag. But here's the math nobody mentions. A new high-efficiency unit from Parker & Sons starts cutting your energy bills the day it's installed. And with no payments until 2027, you're saving on energy all summer before you've spent a dime on the brand new unit. No interest, no payments, no stress. The offer ends June 30th, so call 602-2-REPAIR for your free quote. That's 602-2-REPAIR.
Liberty Health Share, a healthcare sharing ministry moving forward as a force for good. Not only for our member community, but for the world, because when heroes like you show up, good moves forward. With healthcare sharing programs for all stages of life and every budget, you can join our powerful community of heroes today to seek support for your family's eligible medical expenses. Learn more at libertyhealthshare.org. Liberty Health Share, a force for good.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. I've been asked many times how Morgan & Morgan became the largest injury firm in the world. I think I know. When someone comes to us for an on-the-job injury, we have a huge workers' compensation practice. But many times we find a defective product that was responsible for that injury. Luckily for them, we have a product liability section headed by my son, Mike. In addition to the comp case, there's a product case too. Other times, the injured worker is fired or harassed for bringing that claim. We have them covered. Our employment lawyers handle retaliation claims as well as wage theft and discrimination cases, and in some cases need to file for Social Security benefits. No problem. We became big for a reason. 30% of our new cases come as referrals from former clients. Hiring us is easy. Go to forthepeople.com on your mobile device or computer, or call Pound Law on your cell, pound 529. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
These great nights we're having with the cool air, you want to open all of your doors and windows, but you know you can't because you have those flimsy screens, and that's the only protection you have from the outside world. Not with Bulldog Security Screens. With Bulldog Security Screens, you get real home protection. They protect like a fortress. They look amazing. They don't obstruct your views, but they are made with military-grade steel, and they're made right here in the state of Arizona, protecting your home and protecting the people that you love. Imagine opening those doors and windows, fresh air all night long, enjoying our perfect weather, doing it in comfort and in safety. That's what it's all about. Don't go for the posers. Always look for the Bulldog, because there's only one that comes with a no break-in guarantee, and that's Bulldog Security Screens. Do your family a favor, make an appointment now, and sleep at night in safety and in security. Do it right now. BulldogSecurityScreens.com. That's BulldogSecurityScreens.com. Insist on the Bulldog, because Bulldog Security Screens, they're tough.
KTAR-FM, Glendale, Phoenix, Arizona's news station. KTAR News, 92.3 FM. KTAR News, now.
It's 4 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Becky Lynn.
KTAR Focus on Immigration.
A U.S. representative says conditions inside Arizona ICE detention facilities are horrific after having conducted oversight at 3 of them. KTAR's Heidi Hummel is live in the News Center to explain. Little technical difficulty picking up Heidi there. We'll jump back in with her in just a moment. President Trump speaking with reporters on the tarmac heading to Versailles after the disclosure of text of the Memorandum of Understanding with Iran, was asked about the agreement not barring Tehran from having ballistic missiles.
If other countries have them, it's a little bit unfair for them not to have some. A ballistic missile is not the same thing as what we're talking about when we talk nuclear. But if Saudi Arabia and Qatar, and they all have some, I would say in relative proportion, I think it's okay.
We're going to go back now to the newsroom with KTAR's Heidi Hummel and talking about ICE facilities.
Arizona Congresswoman Yasmin Ansari has visited ICE detention facilities in Mesa, Eloy, and Florence. The Democrat tells Outspoken with Bruce and Gatos, migrants don't have adequate access to medical care. Adding hygiene and food are also unacceptable.
These detention centers are like concentration camps. I think that they are disgusting. There's 2 private prison companies that are making record profits.
The concentration camp might be a little, I mean, they're not killing people.
More than 50 people have died in the second Trump administration. It's a record number of deaths.
Ansari also has a constituent detained who has leukemia. Reporting live in the news center, Heidi Hommel, KTAR News.
Eyes on Education.
11% of school-aged kids who live in high-income zip codes are enrolled in the ESA program, according to data from the Associated Press. But the participation rate is only 4% in low-income zip codes. Tyler Noich with education advocacy group Save Our Schools Arizona explains that data is concerning. But zip codes are too general of a data set to get an accurate explanation of the program's users.
All we have from the Department of Education is zip code data. We don't actually have data on income of people in the program. So it would be really, really fantastic if the Department of Education could collect some actual data.
State Superintendent Tom Horn says the reason for the percentage gap is because most ESA users were already enrolled in private or homeschoolers when the program went universal. For the first time since Kevin Warsh became the new Federal Reserve Chair, the board held a policy meeting and issued a decision to keep interest rates unchanged for now, but the board signaled possible rate hikes ahead.
The economy on the mind of the Federal Reserve Board during their 2-day meeting. Members voted to keep interest rates unchanged. Kevin Warsh held his first meeting as Fed Chair and at a press briefing says despite strong economic indicators, they will keep rates steady.
Economic activity is expanding at a solid pace, despite elevated uncertainty that owes in part to the conflict in the Middle East.
At least half of the Fed officials who are forecasting interest rates now say they expect interest rates to go up this year. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
Time to head over to the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center and check those roads this afternoon. Here's Enrique Garcia.
Thank you, Becky Lynn. Phoenix with a disabled vehicle on the right-hand shoulder. I-17 northbound near Camelback Road. Glendale with a crash blocking the center lane. Loop 101, Agua Fria northbound near Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. This report is brought to you by Your Valley Chevy Dealers. Summer is here, and Your Valley Chevy Dealers have the offers and the inventory. Start your summer in a new Chevy today by visiting San Chevrolet in Surprise. Enrique Garcia, KTAR News.
We are looking for an overnight low right around 88 degrees for tomorrow and Friday, sunny and 107 and about 105 on Saturday. Currently in Glendale, it is 107 degrees. Triple-digit heat, zero stress. Homes 2X will buy your home on demand with a 100% full value guarantee, and you can stay rent-free. Sell your home at homes2x.com. I'm Becky Lynn on Arizona's news station, KTAR News.
Outspoken.
Whose stupid idea was this anyway?
Speaking up for Arizona.
If you think you can get away with that in my state, you've got another thing coming.
Outspoken with Bruce and Gatos. KTAR News 92.3 and the KTAR News app.
It's Arizona's reigning, defending, undisputed #1 talk show. Oh, yeah. Residing 2 till 6. Yippee. Hey, welcome to Outspoken with Bruce and Gatos, hour number 3.
Oh, a lot of people are going to tell you hour number 3 is the best of the hours.
1 hour from now, we have the face-off, great panel coming in, all different backgrounds. Talk about the Trump deal. It is signed with Iran. We'll tell you how that's going over. Not well so far, but we'll dig into it. We'll see if we got anything out of it. Mm-hmm. Seems Iran got everything out of it. But the face-off coming up at 5.
Yeah. By the way, heads up to all people south of the valley. We know there's a big dust storm moving through the Casa Grande area right now, so be careful driving, please.
So it was a little wet yesterday too. We got a little monsoon.
There's weather going on, and you know what?
Early, yeah.
With the weather
and the wind,
sometimes the lightning can lead to wildfires. It really is, if you think about it, it's the only quote-unquote natural disaster that the state of Arizona is susceptible to. But boy, when we get some of these fires, It's crazy. I drove through Heber Overgaard over the weekend, and you can still see burn scars. You know, when you're up there in the White Mountains, you can see some of the places that have been unbelievably affected by some of these wildfires. But can AI, artificial intelligence, help fight wildfires? Well, goodness, it sounds crazy. We need to understand this. Joining us right now is Ron Coleman. He's Senior Communications Officer for Maricopa County's Emergency Management Department. Ron, thank you for your time today.
You bet. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Explain to me, like I'm 5 years old, how does AI help when it comes to fighting wildfires?
Maricopa County has worked with Arizona Public Service, and we've installed about a dozen cameras around Maricopa County. They're on high points around the valley, Thompson Peak, Mount Ord, out in Buckeye, in areas that are considered the wildland-urban interface, areas that are higher risk for wildfire. These cameras detect smoke and far earlier than most people can see it. They know the shapes. AI is able to think through the shapes, the thoughts, and figure out and make sure that it's not just a guy driving down the dirt road. It figures out that it is smoke. When AI alerts that smoke, it alerts an actual human being who then reviews it to make sure. What that really helps on the fire response side is it shortens the time we can get fire crews out to these fires. What used to take potentially days or hours for someone to see the smoke, call 911, report it in, the AI sees it almost instantly. It goes through the routing, and within 2 to 3 minutes, we can have those alerts out to fire services to get, and also the size of that fire, to get 1 truck, 5 trucks, to get folks out quickly.
Have you stopped a wildfire with AI yet?
Well, it doesn't prevent the wildfire from happening.
Okay.
But what it does do is shorten that response time and get crews out to it quicker.
Could you get there before you get there? The whole point is to get there before it gets out of hand.
Right.
Have you had that situation?
Exactly. They've been used in the state for about a year now.
Okay.
The ones in Maricopa County are expanding recently.
Okay.
And the answer is yes. That immediate response gets the crews out there, and I think that's what's important. As we've seen here, we saw in Wickenburg recently, we see throughout the community. The wildfires here are fast moving. They move rapidly. They burn hundreds of acres at a time, potentially. The quicker we can get those crews out to respond, the better it makes that protection of life and safety.
I don't know if it's confirmation bias or recency bias. Are we seeing more wildfires? Is there more of an issue, or is it we hear about it more because people are encroaching more into these areas, and we hear about people having to be evacuated, for example?
Well, I think you've got a little of both going on there, folks. One is we used to have what we called wildfire season. It kind of ran from April till about September. Now with both the weather, the dry weather we've had, it's almost year round. And in addition, as Maricopa County specifically has grown, those areas at the Tano National Forest and Rio Verde, those areas up north in Cave Creek and the dry fuels, those used to be out away from the people. As people have moved out, they are right up against that wildland-urban interface, and there's much more possibility to, in fact, impact people and housing.
Ron Coleman's joining us, Senior Communications Officer for Maricopa County's Emergency Management Department. We're talking about how AI is helping hopefully end Arizona wildfires. How long do you think before AI helps firefighters during a wildfire?
That's a great question. I can talk from the emergency management standpoint. I will talk again about that rapid response of folks out there. The AI technology can help with the modeling of how that fire is going to grow, what direction it's going to go with wind, and the National Weather Service folks looking at that. I really think the AI helps direct crews on where to be on the firefighting side. For us in emergency management, what it really does, it gives us data. We can look at where there's an increased risk of fires, where there's increased smoke areas, and it lets us target some of our fuel prevention and our mitigation resources to helping those areas that are at higher risk.
How long do you think till we have hundreds of these cameras, all over up north?
from Maricopa County standpoint, I wouldn't want to guess, but I can tell you that in the last year, statewide, it's gone from low 40s of cameras to upwards of 71 cameras now.
Interesting.
And what that does is, it used to be, again, you had to wait for that one phone call to come in or the fire to be spotted. Now there's 24/7 observation of those high-risk areas.
Right.
It's not relying on the one individual in the tower who might see the smoke. Now you're looking at cameras that are analyzing skylines, horizons 24/7.
That's great.
Ron, when it comes to at least your world, the emergency management department, what other uses is AI being used for to prevent and or mitigate disasters around the county?
I think from an emergency management standpoint, as we mentioned, fire is the number one risk.
Okay.
Flood, I think you guys kind of joked about it coming in, but flood is a fairly, the flash floods, the pooling areas that we have in the county is a risk as well. The AI helps the modeling. It helps look at what are the areas that are prone to flood in high rains. It helps us determine high-risk areas for fires based on the data and the information out there. And it helps us really get our plans in order of where to target resources.
Wow. I got to tell you, we think it's amazing. And we talk all the time that we haven't even fully begun to understand how AI is going to impact all of our lives. Great to hear about it used in a good way to try to mitigate some of these wildfires and get to them before they do damage. Ron, thank you for your time today.
Appreciate it, gentlemen, very much.
That's Ron Coleman. He's Senior Communications Officer for Maricopa County's Emergency Management Department on using AI cameras to detect wildfires before they get out of control.
Absolutely love it.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Amazing, yes. And one of the questions I asked is, when will AI help during the wildfires? It made me think, what if the Yarnell Hill fire?
Oh, God.
In 2013, what if we had AI back there helping firefighters, wildfires?
Maybe they wouldn't have been in
shots.
a certain position because AI would have said, this is the wind's moving this way or something. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking about during that interview.
Saving lives.
Yeah, because 19 members were killed.
Yeah.
And you just wonder, if the technology was there then, would those men still be here?
Yeah.
And so I think of future
sure.
Granite Mountain hotshots and, hopefully AI saving their lives.
You're here. Hey, quick check of the headlines. I'm going to get Becky Lynn on that. Don't forget, coming up at 5, it's the face-off. We got our panel coming in studio, plenty to talk about. Now, you may be making more money than you were 5 years ago, but we're going to tell you why you may not feel like it. It's coming up next. We're Outspoken on KTAR.
All right, so I've talked to many of my friends who are, some of them are here in the office, some of them, just friends from church or what have you, and they want to be home buyers, right? They want to buy a house. And here's what I hear from them. They say, it's kind of tough these days. You got to put 20% down. And I said, who told you that? They said, well, no, my credit's not good. Okay, who told you that? Here's the deal. Many first-time home buyers are out there, and they're just kind of guessing. Guessing is what's keeping many of you who are renting from buying a house. So I want you to call the Lund Mortgage Team, 623-875-9940, and get pre-qualified. It's free, and you'll get an answer in a few hours. You'll walk away knowing exactly what you can afford, what programs you qualify for, down payment assistance. There's probably a program built for someone exactly like you, and the Lund Mortgage Team can lead you right in that direction. All you have to do is call them at 623-875-9940. You get pre-qualified for free, then you go and look at a house. All right? LundMortgage.com.
KTAR Breaking News Alert.
This just into the KTAR News Center. President Trump has officially signed the Memorandum of Understanding between the U.S. and Iran, signaling an end to the war. A White House official tells ABC News on Sunday the MOU was signed digitally by Vice President Vance and Speaker Ghalibaf and witnessed by President Trump, and now it has been signed by President Trump and President Pezeshkian. Once again, President Trump officially has now signed the Memorandum of Understanding between the U.S. and Iran, which signals an end to the war. Get breaking news notifications right to your phone. Download the KTAR News app. And for more, go to KTAR.com. Let's check the roads this afternoon now in the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center. Here's Enrique Garcia.
Thank you, Becky Lynn. Tempe with a crash in the right-hand shoulder. US 60 Superstition Freeway eastbound near Arizona Mills. Phoenix with a crash blocking the right-hand lanes. Loop 101 Pima Freeway eastbound near 64th Street. And a look into our surface streets. Scottsdale with a crash on Jackrabbit Road and Scottsdale Road. This report is brought to you by AMWA. From 10 Valley cities to millions of taps delivering the water security that Arizona communities depend on. Enrique Garcia, KTAR News, and now back to Outspoken with Bruce and Gatos.
All right. Hey, 700 donors one day. Sunday, July 5th. It's Vitalent's Saving Arizona Blood Drive. It's happening at the Tempe Center for the Arts. Oh, it's right there on the water. Beautiful area. 7 to 1. You want to learn more information, find out how you can give blood and help others, visit the contest page at KTAR.com. Again, coming up July 5th at the Tempe Center for the Arts. So this may not come as a huge surprise to some of you, but I'm going to guess a lot of you feel like your dollar just isn't going as far as it used to. You're not quite getting what you were paying for. And you feel kind of weird because maybe compared to 5 years ago, you make more money. That's what your bank statement says. Your pay stub every couple weeks says you're making more money. So why doesn't it feel like you're making more money?
Because everything got more expensive.
Yeah. And inflation, the price of everything, has outpaced wage growth. So, yes, you are making more. Everything just costs more when you compare to what you were making.
Yeah, isn't it amazing? Like, think 5 years ago, what was your paycheck looking like? And hopefully it's higher now. It should be higher now, right? And you're thinking, okay, things are going to get better. It's going to be easier.
Yeah, I got that raise.
Yeah.
Remember that? I got that little raise in there. Yeah,
right.
And all of a sudden,
and then and you're like, wait a second, how am I worse off now?
Mm-hmm.
So I made that 5 years ago, and I felt like I could possibly get by easier than now. I mean, that's what we've talked about. There was the story about inflation going up, the issue of inflation, and we talked about it last week. And when that happens, it wipes out your raise.
Well, as a matter of fact, inflation outpacing wage growth, it's not only wiped out your raise, but you don't have as much money at the end of the day that you used to because everything you're paying for got more expensive. Other than that, I think it's going swimmingly.
So I saw a stat, but does this stat make any sense to you? Since February of 2021, nationwide inflation has risen 24%.
Wow. Okay. Inflation usually is always going up. Deflation is not normal. Inflation, everything costs more than it used to. Yes.
And then so you have to decide, what do you do? And what some people are doing is they're getting a side gig. They're going and they're driving for Uber, or they're going to, maybe you're going to deliver pizzas. You got to figure out how to get the money in somehow.
The promise of the American dream for so long was, yes, inflation's going to go up. Of course.
Right. So is your
Cadillacs are going to cost more 10 years from now than they do today. That type of, yes, everything's going to cost more, but you're going to make more and you're going to outpace the rate of inflation.
If inflation outpaces the raises that you're getting year over year.
You're basically getting a pay cut.
You're getting a pay cut.
Because, electricity, homes, gasoline, everything is more expensive than the raise you were getting.
And then that's hard to save money. If you want to buy a house, well, you've got to save money. And it seems like a lot of people are just barely keeping their head above water. You see all those studies of, the majority of Americans, something goes wrong in the house or in your apartment or your car and you need $1,000, majority of Americans can't grab $1,000.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
No doubt.
That's bad. I mean, that is a terrible statistic. And so if something comes up, an ailment, your kid gets sick, I mean, who knows?
Who knows? Life throws at you a variety of things, right?
Right. A trip to the ER or your car, something happens and it's going to be a cost in your engine. I don't know. And so, life is not better for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Life is not better for a lot of people.
Well, and again, I like that the way you say that, because I just think it's important on some level that you can acknowledge that even if you're doing well, not everybody is, because there are some challenges out there, and the economy is better for some than it is for others. That's a reality.
I think it's a reality. Yeah. I mean, we always go back to, the president is always so worried about the stock market. For somebody like me, I like that. I like that he's worried about the stock market. I listen. I think you probably are too, Bruce. I mean, you'd like to sit on a beach one day and not have to do the show.
I want to sit at a racetrack, actually.
Sit at a racetrack, not do the show. And so, that's called retirement. And so some of you are looking at your 401ks and you're looking at your stocks or whatever. And stock market, I think it was at 52 or so. I mean, highest it's ever been.
I think here's one of the challenges, though.
But hang on. Here's the thing. Most of you, and I don't know most, some of you are like, listen, I'm not even looking at that stuff.
We're not even considering it.
I'm 40, and I'm not even looking at that stuff. I'm looking at, can I get past next week?
Right.
And that's the disconnect that I think Biden had with the American people,
right,
and certainly Trump had with American people.
Yeah, these are not the high prices you're seeing. Right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are. They're clear as a bell. We can see them. I think one of the things, though, and what I was saying is, even for those people who are watching the stock market, again, looking at your rate of returns as well, same diff. When you retire, how long is that money going to last you? You know what I'm saying? And if inflation continues to outpace the returns you're getting, well, that isn't good.
No.
Again, your money just doesn't go as far. You run out sooner.
It's been rough. I mean, yeah, inflation continues to go up, and the tariffs were a tax on everybody.
Yeah. I think most people have come to that realization.
And then you have, who knows? And then you have gas prices. Well, that was a disaster. Hopefully that's over.
Oh, the Iran war. Yeah, the memorandum of understanding.
Yeah, I mean, we signed a terrible deal. We'll talk about it at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's a terrible deal, and it's not just us saying it. There are plenty of people, MAGA, Democrats, independents. It is the majority.
Israel doesn't like it.
Of people that don't like this deal. But
the Iranians like it. Apparently, those are the ones we found out that they really like it so far.
At the end of the day, I think a lot of you out there are like, hey, I don't want to do these gas prices anymore. Hey, I want our grocery prices to go down.
Right.
Well, then we got to get the hell out of Iran.
Right. And just accept whatever it is, what it is. Yep, I get it. I hear you. Should have never started it, but that's wishful thinking.
Been there.
We've got a quick check of the headlines on the way. Also, coming up tonight, the Republican primary debate in the race for governor is on. We're going to have 4 candidates on stage. We're going to carry it live right here on KTAR. It starts at 6. And then at 7 o'clock, we have a special reaction show. Now, you can watch or listen on the KTAR News app, on air, or you can even watch on our KTAR YouTube channel. Coming up next, we treat death a little bit differently in this country.
I think we're going to do the other thing.
What's the other thing?
I think we're going to talk a little St. Mary's Food Bank.
Oh, 10-4.
We're going to pull a audible.
I'm on it.
So here's the deal. We found this out just a short time ago.
Yeah.
Who's in line at St. Mary's? And
like literally, who are the people in line?
And I think that most of you listening are going to be flabbergasted about who actually is in line. Why don't we do that?
Talk about it next. Outspoken on KTAR.
Rosie on the house.
Every Arizona homeowner's best friend for over 30 years. Saturday mornings 8 till 11 on KTAR News 92.3 FM and the KTAR News app.
Aquazona Connecticut, the world's most efficient softener. I want to tell you right now, they've got some deals for you. Bruce and I were just talking about affordability, right? Are things affordable? Is there anyone out there giving a deal? Yes, Aquazona Connecticut. You know that your water tastes bad, feels bad on your body. Your kids don't like to drink it. You don't like lugging that, all that bottled water in. It's 110 degrees. You don't want to do that. Here's what you do. Call Aquazona Connecticut. Mention Gatos. You get up to 20% off the Connecticut K5 drinking water station. Now you're like, I don't know what that is. Well, I do. I've had it for 20 years. The Connecticut K5 drinking water station. That's the one I want. That's the one I chose, and that's the one you need. And now you got a deal. 20% off when you mention Gatos. And I'm telling you, it's going to change your life. You won't have that white film over everything. You won't be in the shower looking at all that soap scum. You won't have any. The water is so crystal clear. All you have to do is call Aquazona Connecticut. 602-910-6570. 20% off the K5. Mention Gatos. 602-910-6570. Or check them out at aquazona.com.
Staples has hundreds of ways to grow your business this summer, like spectacular signs, brilliant brochures, eye-popping posters, mouth-watering menus, and more. Shop now through August 1st and save up to 25% off custom printed banners. Staples. That was easy.
When you experience a death in your family, the last thing you should face is a maze of legal and tax complexities tied to trusts and wills or tackling the mound of paperwork for insurance claims, annuities, bank accounts, pensions, and hidden assets. All this tedious work can make your family feel overwhelmed when all you want is time to grieve and honor your lost one's memory. That's why you need to call Enterprise Estate Advisors. At Enterprise Estate Advisors, we're more than advisors. We're true fiduciaries, which means we work directly for your family. We dig deep to uncover wealth that has been left behind, protect the estate from making incorrect probate decisions, and handle the transferring of wealth to the family. Our advisors handle all the details with compassion, trust, and complete transparency. Enterprise Estate Advisors, where proper wealth transfer is our promise to you. Call us at 623-387-3141 or find us online at enterpriseestateadvisors.com to learn more.
Meet Keith. He runs a 30-acre ranch. 8 years ago, his knees started giving out.
Climbing a ladder was almost impossible. If I could get down, I have to have something next to me to get up.
Keith's wife had a knee replacement. The recovery was hard and the results, not great. Keith wanted another way.
I won't go under the knife because I believe the body can do whatever it needs to do to heal itself.
Surgery wasn't the answer. QC Kinetics was. They're regenerative treatments. No surgery, no long recovery.
After the first one, the inflammation dropped 90%. Today, my knees are just amazing. I could not do what I've done if I had not gotten treatments to QC Kinetics. I just pray that my physical model continues to go and help other people.
Maybe that's you. Tired of dealing with the joint pain? Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today.
Call QC Kinetics, 602-837-7246. In Phoenix, Scottsdale, Peoria, and Chandler. That's 837-7246. 837-7246.
Hey, it's Mike Broomhead. Guys, Low T, start for free for a limited time. Get prescription testosterone with no startup fee only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. If you feel sluggish, low energy, brain fog, you might have low T. The solution? Prescription testosterone. It'll help you think better, sleep better. It'll improve your sex life. Look, don't be fooled. Nothing boosts testosterone like real testosterone. So skip the gimmicks and start at Red Mountain Weight Loss. RedMountainWeightLoss.com or dial pound 250 on your smartphone, keyword Red Mountain.
Get to Chase Field for the D-backs Twins game on Saturday, June 20th, and pick up the Gabriel Moreno soccer jersey, courtesy of Wendy's. Get tickets now at dbacks.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Meet Matthew Preston. Inside his apartment, everything he holds dear is protected by Progressive's renter's insurance, like his laptop and a surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop is still protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, the limits of protection aren't just the four walls of your home. When you're in Progressive's Protection Zone, get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
KTAR News now.
It's 4:30. Good afternoon. I'm Becky Lynn. President Trump facing backlash from his own party after announcing terms of his peace deal with Iran that allows it to retain ballistic missiles and provides reconstruction funds. ABC News senior political correspondent Rachel Scott reports.
As part of these talks, the U.S. would help create a $300 billion fund to help Iran rebuild. The administration says this would not be taxpayer money, but tonight some Republicans are outraged. Senator Bill Cassidy saying Reagan is rolling over in his grave, calling this the worst foreign policy blunder in decades.
The Cactus District residents have their duly elected council member back.
Glendale Councilman Lupe Conchas is back on the dais after his fellow city leaders voted to remove him from his post. KTAR's Ballin Overstolz is live in the news center to tell us more.
Last month, Conchas was ousted from the Glendale City Council through a 4-3 vote. Other city leaders saying Conchas' election to a Salt River Project board made him unable to serve the city, arguing he was receiving disqualifying payments from that SRP board. However, this week a county judge disagreed and ordered the city to immediately reinstate Conchas. Now back at work, he says,
When it comes to my colleagues, I want to just make sure that we continue every single day to improve the lives of the people that we serve. And I'm going to do my hardest to ensure that we're collaborative, that we work together, and that we get things done.
And the city has said in a statement it worked to reinstate the councilman after reviewing the judge's ruling. Live in the news center, Ballin Overstolz, KTAR News.
Arizona votes 2026.
4 Arizona Republican primary candidates, including U.S. Congressman Andy Biggs and David Schweikert, will square off in a governor's debate this evening. The hour-long Arizona Citizens Clean Elections Commission program will start at 6. Biggs and Schweikert will be joined on stage tonight by businessman Ken Maselli and entrepreneur Scott Neely as they all make their case to face Democratic Governor Katie Hobbs in the November general election. You can hear the debate live right here on KTAR at 92.3 FM. You can also watch it on the app, online, or on our YouTube channel. Attorney General Chris Mays shared today that methamphetamine is now beating fentanyl for overdoses in Arizona.
Mays says cartels are switching production to new meth as they struggle to get chemicals for fentanyl.
This is not the meth of old. This is new meth. And it is extremely potent. The new meth that is being produced at industrial scale in Mexico and trafficked into the United States.
May stressed that fentanyl is still being produced in Mexico, but meth is being produced more due to recent crackdowns on fentanyl. Skylar Love, KTAR News.
Let's take a look at the road home this afternoon with Enrique Garcia in the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
Thank you, Becky Lynn. Phoenix with a new crash blocking the right-hand lanes. Loop 101, Pima Freeway eastbound near Scottsdale Road. Phoenix with a crash on the right-hand shoulder. I-17 southbound near Northern Avenue. And Tempe with a crash on the right-hand shoulder. US 60 Superstation Freeway eastbound near Arizona Mills. This report is brought to you by Earnhardt Lexus. Elevate your drive at Earnhardt Lexus on Camelback. Luxury, trust, no bull since 1951. Experience amazing at EarnhardtLexus.com. Enrique Garcia, KTAR News.
We have a dust advisory until about 5 o'clock this afternoon because there is definitely some weather whipping up south of the valley, southeast, around the Casa Grande area. Some pretty severe thunderstorms. And overnight, we're going to see a low of 88 here in the valley, 107 tomorrow and Friday. Right now in Scottsdale, it is 108 degrees. Triple-digit heat, zero stress. Homes 2X will buy your home on demand with a 100% full value guarantee, and you can stay rent-free. Sell your home at homes2x.com. I'm Becky Lynn on Arizona's news station, KTAR News.
Hey guys, Patricia with the Mike Broomhead Show. Mike is out tomorrow and Barry Markson is in. We talk the new Iran deal and some budget stuff with Senate President Warren Peterson. That's tomorrow on the Mike Broomhead Show.
We are outspoken against hunger for the month of June, which means we've got about a week and a half left, Gatos, to raise money for St. Mary's Food Bank. And we need your help to get to our goal of 500,000 meals.
Yeah, and today is all about those of you who haven't been able to give yet, please do by texting food to 620-620. We've also asked businesses, big, small, give. Text the word food to 620-620, and we will read your business on the air. And all you have to do is text food to 620-620 and give. Like Steve, Mind and Body Kids, right? Carrie Evans, Scottsdale head-shot photographer. She's been shooting the Valley for 15 years, born and raised. How about the staff at A-Plus Movers? Thank you.
Great people.
Decker from Wallpaper at Williams Wall Covering.
Okay.
Daniel, exemplary, by the way. Polygraph Services.
I hope I'm never in need of an exemplary polygraph.
Lorenzo Azi, a clinical psychologist and local expert in infant and early childhood mental health. We've got Tim, who's a locally owned on-site paper shredding company, serves the state of Arizona. You got some luxury automotive companies that are giving. And so if you're a business...
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. But if you're a business and you want to hear your name on the air, please go ahead and text the word food to 620-620.
Yeah.
So, at St. Mary's Food Bank, kind of our go-to guy is with us right now, Jerry Brown. And Jerry, first of all, thank you for inviting us out to, your surprise facility. It was awesome.
It was great to have you guys out there before we started this Outspoken Against Hunger this year, and you were able to see a really good cross-section of people. You talked to families and kids. Mm-hmm. You talked to veterans. You talked to wives of seniors who don't qualify for certain things and have certainly found themselves in a situation they never thought they would find themselves in.
It seemed like there's a lot of people that kind of fall through the cracks.
Right, and this is similar to the story that when you met the woman whose husband was a veteran on disability, but because they were on disability, they didn't qualify for any food assistance.
Right.
So here they were at the food bank. Even though they were already receiving one form of disability, it wasn't enough to cover everything, and they were picking between food and medicine. That's not an uncommon story among the people that we see at the food bank. And I'll tell you, when I walk through the food lines, especially over in Surprise, where the older folks are, the amount of Army hats, the amount of Air Force, Marine.
Really?
People, and you think to yourselves, that shouldn't be.
No.
Yeah. That shouldn't be. Why is this happening? And I talked to this gentleman. I think I told you this story even before we started, Larry. He said that he was an Iraqi veteran. Mm-hmm. And when he was in the war in Iraq, it was his job to help feed people on the ground, people that were affected by the war, the people you don't hear about when it's being bombed.
Yeah.
Somebody's out of a house, somebody doesn't have food. He was helping feed people in the line.
Wow.
And here he found himself. Now, in 2026, he's in a line waiting for food. And he said, how did this happen to me?
Right.
And you look at them and you wish you had a better answer for him than, we can help you today. We can give you this food today, and we'll be here if you need food tomorrow. And it's the best that we have for them. But you see the people in the line, and the other people walk by and say, thank you for your service.
Oh, my God.
Thank you for being there for us when we needed you. Mm-hmm. And it bolsters them a little. And I'm sure that happens everywhere they go, the car wash, the mall, wherever.
I hope so.
People are thinking of, but it's in a food line. They're waiting right along with everybody else for that food box, and they're being thanked as they go down the line. But where's the thank you to not have to do that?
Not have to be, not have to miss meals.
And we want to make sure that while we're feeding children, while we're feeding families, we're not forgetting about folks who raised their children, had a life, thought they had enough money put away, and then life went upside down in the 2020s, and all of a sudden inflation outran the amount of money that they were getting for Social Security or pension or whatever they had, and all of a sudden it wasn't enough. One of my president's CEOs said this to me the other day, there's no gas bank. There is no electric bank.
Yeah.
But there's a food bank.
There is a food bank.
And you can use the food bank to stretch everything else. The way that we stretch money at the food bank is the way that everybody else in their budgets stretch their budget. And we can help people stay in their houses or keep the electricity and lights on or put gas in their car so that they can go to work. So it's not just about feeding people, it's about helping people get to next month.
It has a ripple effect on everything in their lives.
And I can't tell you how many times I walk into the food bank, into our reception area, and there's a guy sitting in the corner, and he says, can I talk to somebody? And I said, yeah, what do you need? Do you need food? He goes, I did, and you guys helped me. And I have a job now, and everything's okay, and I want to talk to somebody about making a donation.
Oh, wow. That's what we're asking for today.
And those are the people, we are short-term emergency food.
Right.
We are there to help you over your rough patch. And people remember, and if you look in the people that are donating to the food bank right now, you see in those messages, I was there. That was me. And they want to help out now. And if you can help out those people, and if you've never been in this position, help out the people that have been in that position.
Jerry Brown, St. Mary's Food Bank, an Iraqi war veteran who was helping Iraqis, the Iraqi people, eat and giving them food. And they were in a line in the middle of Baghdad, possibly.
Yeah.
And now that man finds himself in a line, Surprise, Arizona.
In the middle of Surprise, Arizona.
St. Mary's Food Bank, and asks, how did I get here?
Yeah.
Jerry, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Now it's your turn. We've got today, this week, and next week, and that is it. Outspoken against hunger. I think the story of the man who fed people in Iraq, as he was an American war hero, feeding the Iraqi people, and now finds himself in a food bank line. Let's help him because there are others like him. We ask you to text the word food to 620-620. Text the word food to 620-620. This is where you give. This is where you come in and play just a massive part in feeding people here in the Valley. So if you haven't given yet and you just heard that story, text the word food to 620-620. And remember, also, special deal. If you're a business owner, we'll give you a shout out.
Yeah.
We'll give you a shout out. So all you have to do is give, tell us your business. We'll give you a shout out on the air.
We'll let everybody know that you are supporting feeding the hungry, the needy, the veterans, the children, the elderly here in the Valley.
Text food to 620-620.
Yeah. Hey, don't forget also coming up at 5, it's the face-off games.
Sure is.
The green room is starting to fill up.
It sure is.
The panel is showing.
Got to keep them separated for a little bit.
Okay, we will do that.
Get in here.
So a good majority of Americans say they are changing their summer travel plans. We'll tell you what they're doing. Maybe it's you too. That's coming up next. Outspoken on KTAR.
Did you really think Pure Talk was just going to sit back and watch America turn 250 years old without doing something awesome to celebrate? Of course not. That's why they're raising $250,000 for America's Warrior Partnership by the end of July. America's Warrior Partnership is on the front line of preventing veteran suicide. They've had extraordinary success, and here's how you can help. When you switch your cell phone service to Pure Talk this month, you'll be invited to round up to support America's Warrior Partnership. No pressure, but if you do, Pure Talk will match your donation dollar for dollar. And to further celebrate 250 years of our extraordinary democratic republic, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. That's pound 250, say Mike Rowe. And happy birthday to us.
The right guidance can make all the difference when it comes to your legacy. At Morris Hall, we're proudly building a team your family can trust. Please join us in welcoming our newest attorney.
Hi, I'm Nathan Askins. Most areas of the law are reactive, responding to problems after they arise. Excellent estate planning is different. It's proactive. It gives families a chance to plan ahead and help reduce challenges before they occur. I've also seen in my own family the impact when those plans aren't in place. Stress, confusion, and unnecessary hardship during already difficult times. That's why I'm passionate about helping clients create a plan that reflects their life and protects what matters most.
Whether you're just getting started or reviewing an existing plan, we invite you to meet with Nathan Askins or one of our attorneys in Arizona. Visit morrishall.com to schedule your complimentary consultation. That's morrishall.com.
Phoenix, do you want to enjoy your summer or do you want to paint year after year? Do what your neighbors did. They called Rhino Shield.
Looked at what it was costing me to have my house painted and realized that while it costs more initially for Rhino Shield, over the life of the product, it's a lot less.
Rhino Shield's not paint, it's a ceramic coating that's formulated for our specific climate right here in Phoenix.
We chose Rhino Shield because of the durability of the product. Paints are mostly water. Less water gives you a more resilient product.
The warranty, 25 years, is something I just don't think you can beat.
We're very excited that we don't ever have to paint again.
Great news, Phoenix. You can now get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 10% off the regular price.
Really would like to say thank you to their entire staff. Everybody all did exactly what they said they were going to do, exactly the way I wanted it done.
Here's owner Jim Williams.
This offer is limited, so call me at 855-4U-RHINO. That's 855-4, the letter U, Rhino.
Go Rhino!
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
KTAR News Flash.
It's 4:45. I'm Becky Lynn, and here's what you need to know right now. Tropical storm Arthur moving up the western Gulf Coast, heading toward an expected landfall on the Texas-Louisiana border. ABC News Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z has more.
As Tropical Storm Arthur hugs the Texas coast, life-threatening flooding possible from Texas to Louisiana. Outside New Orleans, in Covington, Louisiana, Luke and Nicole Barwick are filling sandbags.
God willing, this is, an adventure we won't have to go through, but just in case, we want to be safe.
Flash flooding turning deadly overnight in Magnolia, Texas. Authorities say they recovered the body of a 15-year-old who drowned in a flooded retention pond.
All of our top stories are only 15 minutes away. For more news, go to KTAR.com or to the KTAR News app. Checking traffic now. Let's get you home. Here's Enrique Garcia in the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
Thank you, Becky Lynn. Mesa with a crash on the right-hand shoulder, US 60 Superstation Freeway, eastbound near Greenfield Road. Phoenix with a red signal bulb out on the I-10. Papago Freeway, westbound near 35th Avenue. This report is brought to you by Sun Valley Solar, a proud partner of Rosie on the House, celebrating 20 years. They're giving away a Tesla Powerwall 3. Enter at sunvalleysolar.com/Powerwall giveaway. Enrique Garcia, KTAR News.
Introducing healthcare coverage with care built in. AZ Blue does more than pay for care. We help deliver it. Prosano Health Plans by AZ Blue give you exclusive access to Prosano Healthcare Centers. With 10 convenient locations and $0 healthcare at Prosano Healthcare Centers included in the premium, you'll get more care from your health plan. Prosano Health Plans by AZ Blue. Learn more at azblue.com/Prosano Plans. That's azblue.com/Prosano Plans.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Arizona lawyer will handle Arizona cases. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Summer's here. Grills are hot, flags are flying, and D-backs baseball is in full swing. It's the perfect time to step up to the plate in a new Sanderson Ford with employee pricing. Now you pay what they pay on America's best-selling trucks and SUVs. Choose from a Ford F-150 STX, Bronco Big Bend, or Explorer, all starting at under $42,000. If you're looking to save this summer, choose American value for American values. Choose Sanderson Ford, proud partners of your Arizona Diamondbacks. Employee pricing good through 7/6/26. Not all vehicles qualify. See dealer for details.
Tune into The Truth About Money with Bruce Weinstein and Tim Travis.
We hand select each and every security in the portfolio as opposed to kind of the more cookie cutter approaches that a lot of the larger firms will take.
Understand challenges facing today's retirees.
They tell us what their wishes and their goals are. We create the plan.
Tune into The Truth About Money, Saturdays at 7 a.m. on KTAR News.
The Republicans who want to take on Katie Hobbs in November take the stage tonight. Who wins? Who loses? Reaction tomorrow morning from 5 to 8 on Arizona's Morning News. And be sure to catch us on the KTAR YouTube channel.
Hey, don't forget, coming up in just a few minutes, it's a face-off.
Oh, let's do this thing.
The good and the great of the valley. We're going to bring our panel of guests in, and I think it's obvious we're going to probably have to start with the Iran deal, right?
There's no doubt about it.
Okay, just making sure.
That's the biggest news on the planet.
Literally, people all over the planet are paying attention to this because it affects them in some way, shape, or form. Summer vacation is upon us, and we are seeing some, I'm going to call it changes in habits, in plans that people are making. One thing we are seeing is, for a variety of reasons, all of them being tied to cost, people are driving more than they're flying, which also means they probably are staying a little bit closer to home. Even though the price of gas has been high, and it's coming down.
Jet fuel prices are horrific.
Airline tickets ain't coming down. And you don't buy those at the last minute. You either decided or didn't decide to buy airline tickets a while ago. And so we're seeing that people have adjusted, if you will, and are doing things like a little closer to home, day's drive type thing for a vacation.
Yeah, go to Disney World, take the kids not for 4 days, but 2, and sleep in the car.
Okay, first off, I'm not driving to Disney World. That's a hell of a drive. Okay, we're gonna
Anaheim.
No, that's Disneyland. How do you not know the difference between Disneyland and Disney World?
Same thing.
It is most certainly not the same thing, and we're going to fight over that.
Disneyland, Disney World. I know.
Look at.
I know it's
Jules.
different. I know.
It's not even close. I'll remind you, Jules, before you chime in.
Yeah.
Walt never walked down Main Street at Disney World.
But he made Disney World to be better than Disneyland. That was the whole point of investing.
No, I don't think so.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. But the point being is, also people are cutting back. Maybe instead of 4 or 5 days or a week, it's only a couple days. And this is being driven by still, especially when it comes to travel, hotels, gasoline, airfare, we are seeing prices compared to a year ago up 8 to 10% almost across the board.
Yeah, I think it's interesting with gas prices high, with grocery prices high. You would think that hotels would have a few deals, like Vegas. Vegas should be begging people to come there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I think Vegas has changed their motto. Remember what was it? Like
what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
But then it was like bring the kids.
Yeah, let's have a family atmosphere in Sin City.
And now I think it's if you're rich, come here. If you're not,
Is that it?
don't. Yeah, I think they just look for the high rollers. Now.
Okay, well, like my wife and I were like, man, well, maybe go to Vegas. So we looked at some hotel prices. And we're like, no, like offer us a deal. It's summer. It's like 115 over there.
Yeah,
offer me a deal. And if you don't give me a deal, I'm not coming.
I 100% agree.
And it's not. It's like the prices have gotten ridiculous. Like I think a lot of people are probably going to do some staycation stuff here in the Valley. Great hotels. Mm-hmm. You know, you go use their air conditioning.
Use their air conditioning.
Yeah,
but even that's not that cheap.
Crank
you
it
check
all the way
those
down.
prices.
It's brutal, Becky Lynn.
I know. I mean, you save the airfare of having to go or driving, but it's still pretty pricey for a staycation anymore.
A staycation is still super pricey.
Some resorts have Arizona resident only deals.
Can you let me know what those are?
You've got to find them. Yeah.
I was looking and it is.
Yeah, it's yeah.
That is crazy. I know that we're not in 2008. I don't want to compare that.
Okay.
But in 2008, if you wanted a deal, you could find one. People were like, "Hey, you got to come stay here," or "Hey, you stay at my hotel," or
they were like begging you to come and stay.
Oh yeah,
right.
And I wouldn't say the economy is booming by any stretch of the imagination. It's not completely in the tank, but my goodness, there really aren't many deals out there.
It doesn't feel like
you want to at least feel like you're getting a deal too.
Yeah,
right.
That somebody's just not taking advantage of you.
It makes you feel better about where you're going and spending your money.
100%.
But it almost feels like everybody just keeps raising their prices.
But when it comes to summer vacation, there's an expectation. Mom and dad, we got to take the kids somewhere,
right?
And we're going to have to pay the freight, whatever it is. We're just going to pay it.
No, maybe Arizonans will stay close to home, use the pool. Maybe not necessarily go on a staycation.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily drive to Disney World.
Disneyland. Oh, my God. Hey, we've got a check of the headlines coming up. Becky Lynn's going to do that for us. Just gives us just enough time to get the studio ready for...
Here we go.
The Face-Off. That's right. The Face-Off will be here. We've got our panel of guests ready. And we're going to start with this, all right? The deal that was just signed.
Woof.
Is Trump's Iran deal a national humiliation? We're talking about it next. We're Outspoken on KTAR.
All right, I want you to go to advancedwindows.com. Advancedwindows.com. There you will see the 40-year business, Advanced Window Products. And there you will see the company that I hired to install brand new windows. We were just joking about the weather. Becky, what's the temperature today? We get 112, 110?
Let me check on that. I'll get back to you in just a second. I'll
so we
get
got
the top
110,
one.
something like that. And I'll tell you, my builder grade windows with 110 degrees, horrible. My energy prices have, go through the roof over the summer. Not this summer. I've got the best windows. I've got Advanced Window Products. And they have the best windows because they build them right here in Arizona. And they are made for Arizona. They are made for the high desert temperature. That's what you need to know. You are getting windows that are going to keep your home much cooler. Much cooler. 623-253-6800. 623-253-6800. You can go to advancedwindows.com. But let me get you a deal. Here's Joe from Advanced Window Products.
Thanks, Gatos. For 40 years, Advanced Window Products has been the name people trust for replacement windows. Hi, I'm Joe from Advanced Window Products. For a limited time, we are doing a free labor event. If you call today and mention Gatos, you will get $3,000 off when you buy 10 windows or more. And this week only, we are offering free installation. Call right now, 623-253-6800. At Advanced Window Products, we build every window right here in Tullison. No middlemen markups, no out-of-state delays, just factory direct quality, custom made for your home. Imagine a quieter home and, more importantly, a cooler home. Our high-efficiency vinyl windows are engineered to lower your energy bills and boost your comfort all year long. You must call today to get this offer. Advanced Window Products, built here, installed here, trusted here. Call right now, 623-253-6800 for that $3,000 off and the free labor, or visit advancedwindows.com to schedule your free in-home estimate.
Is your better half moving on to greener pastures? Is brown just not your favorite color? Then join us Sunday mornings from 7 to 9 a.m. for the Whitfield Nursery Garden Show. Good tips, great smiles, and fun colors. Yes, that's you. Hi, this is Brian from Whitfield Nursery. That's me. Join me Sunday mornings from 7 to 9 a.m. We'll green up your garden, save your trees, chase off those pests, and save some water, and just have fun. That's the Whitfield Nursery Garden Show, Sundays from 7 to 9 a.m. on KTAR.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run, because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-572-3344. That's 800-572-3344.
I talk a lot about Moving Team 6 and their attention to veterans. Let's talk to one. Brian, you've been with them for how long?
4 years now, Mike.
What motivated you to call them in the first place?
It was a little after I got out of the Navy. I was doing something else. Just wanted to start doing something that actually helped people out again. Heard about these guys on the radio and gave them a shot. I'm still here 4 years later now. Take pride in your work. Get it done the right way.
For your next move across town or across the country, movingteam6.com. Spell out the word 6 to get to the right website. movingteam6.com.
At Earnhardt Hyundai North Scottsdale, we're making this 4th of July worth the drive. Whether you want low financing or holiday savings, our bonus cash bonanza has a deal with your name on it. Lock in 0.99% APR for 60 months on a new 2026 Sonata or Tucson. Or go with the 2026 Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid at 1.99% for 60 months. Ask about $3,000 in total savings on the Palisade, Calligraphy, or XRT Pro. And every Hyundai is backed by Hyundai Assurance, America's best warranty, with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Your deal is waiting. Visit EarnhardtHyundaiNorthScottsdale.com before July 6th and make it yours.
Offers require Hyundai Motor Finance credit approval on select 2026 models. About per thousand financed is $1,710 for 0.99% APR and $1,706 for 1.99% APR for 60 months. 0.99% excludes hybrid models. Savings vary by model and cannot be combined. Expires July 6, 2026. See dealer for details.
KTAR-FM, Glendale, Phoenix, Arizona's news station. KTAR News, 92.3 FM. KTAR News, now.
It is 5 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Becky Lynn. Be mindful driving on the highways this evening. The Phoenix National Weather Service advises a dust storm approaching the Loop 202 Santan Freeway in Chandler. In addition, the Weather Service is warning of some high winds between Queen Creek and Florence this afternoon. As he was leaving a dinner hosted by French President Macron at the Palace of Versailles, President Trump told reporters he signed the memorandum of understanding reached with Iran to end the war.
It's signed,
signed it.
And as U.S. officials present this peace deal, lifting the American blockade of Iranian ports, rewarding Iran for reopening the Strait of Hormuz, and laying the groundwork for 60 days of future talks about their nuclear program. Here's more from ABC's Rachel Scott.
Iran reaffirms that it shall not procure or develop nuclear weapons. Reaffirms because it made that same pledge in the first line of the Obama nuclear deal. But unlike that deal, Iran's agreement with President Trump includes no other nuclear commitments. Just a pledge to keep talking, including about how Iran could dispose of its highly enriched uranium.
KTAR Focus on Immigration.
A U.S. representative believes the Trump administration is trying to make legal immigration as challenging as possible. KTAR's Heidi Hommel is live in the News Center with more.
Arizona Congresswoman Yasmin Ansari tells Outspoken with Bruce and Gatos there can be a happy medium when it comes to immigration enforcement.
You can have a secure border, you can have legal pathways, so that people, whether they're seeking asylum or they're students here and they're trying to apply for a work visa, all of that can exist, but that's not what this administration is doing.
The Democrat has toured several ICE detention facilities in Arizona and says conditions are deplorable. Reporting live in the News Center, Heidi Hommel, KTAR News.
And KTAR has reached out to ICE for a response.
Arizona votes 2026.
4 Arizona Republican primary candidates, including U.S. Congressmen Andy Biggs and David Schweikert, will square off in a governor debate this evening. The hour-long Arizona Citizens Clean Elections Commission program will start at 6. Biggs and Schweikert will be joined on stage tonight by businessman Ken Maselli and entrepreneur Scott Neely as they all make their case to face Democratic Governor Katie Hobbs in the November general election. You can hear it live right here on KTAR 92.3 FM. You can also watch it on our app, online, or on our YouTube channel.
Eyes on Education.
A new analysis of Arizona's school voucher program finds that 11% of students in high-income zip codes were enrolled in the voucher programs, 3 times more than in low-income zip codes.
The data shows only 4% of students in low-income zip codes are enrolled in the program. State Superintendent Tom Horn explains that's because the majority of ESA users who joined the program after it became universal were already enrolled in private or homeschool.
A zip code is too large an area to be indicative of the economic status of ESA users. A better measure is that people with a lot of money tended to be in private schools already.
Tyler Couch with education advocacy group Save Our Schools Arizona says that's concerning, with funding going to families who were already affording alternative education. The data was compiled by the Associated Press. Shira Tanzer, KTAR News.
And you can read more education solution stories at ktar.com/education. 3 teens will be prosecuted as adults in connection with a Chandler home invasion and armed robbery earlier this month that left 2 people hurt. The Maricopa County Attorney's Office announcing the indictments against 2 17-year-olds and a 19-year-old. According to the indictment, on June 6th, the rideshare driver was picking up passengers near Elliott Road and Arizona Avenue. They got into an argument and the driver was hit with a gun and robbed. And shortly after that, Chandler police received a call about a nearby home invasion where an elderly man was reportedly pistol whipped and his daughter was shot. Let's check on traffic now. Our weather coming up, and it could be involving some traffic issues. Here's Enrique Garcia in the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
Thank you, Becky Lynn. Phoenix with a crash on the Loop 202 South Mountain Freeway westbound near 40th Street. Phoenix with a disabled vehicle on the left-hand shoulder. Loop 202 Red Mountain Freeway eastbound near 24th Street. And then I'm looking at the cameras on the Loop 202 Santiago Freeway around Chandler. Visibility is getting just a little bit darker, so make sure to keep your lights on and try to have a good distance between the person in front of you and behind you. This report is brought to you by Day and Night Air Conditioning, Heating and Plumbing. Make sure your AC can keep up. Get a $79 tune-up. Offer ends this month at dayandnightair.com. Conditions apply. Enrique Garcia, KTAR News.
Yeah, got some dust moving in from south of the valley right up the I-10 there at the 202, as Enrique mentioned. We do have a chance of some isolated thunderstorms here in the valley overnight. Our low overnight, 88 tomorrow, and Friday, sunny and 107 and 105 by Saturday. It's 104 with a dust advisory until about 5:45 in Gilbert. Triple-digit heat, 0 stress. Homes 2X will buy your home on demand with a 100% full value guarantee, and you can stay rent-free. Sell your home at homes2x.com. I'm Becky Lynn on Arizona's news station, KTAR News.
This is an Outspoken exclusive. Live on the KTAR YouTube channel. Outspoken with Bruce and Gatos presents. This is the Face-Off.
Wednesday afternoon at 5:05, must listen to radio. And of course, you can watch this on the KTAR YouTube channel. So every Wednesday for an hour, we do an hour of politics. We got a lot of stuff to get to. All right, on today's panel, let's see who's facing off. Ricardo Reyes, Executive Director of Vets Forward, a U.S. Marine veteran. Ricardo, how are you?
Doing great. Thank you guys for having me.
Good to see you, man. Barry Markson, KTAR legal analyst. Barry, how are you?
Good, gentlemen. Happy to be here.
And we got a first-timer.
Oh, my goodness.
We got a newbie. I always like the newbies. We've got Rodney Glassman, a GOP candidate for Attorney General. It is good to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so we're going to talk.
Were you okay with Air Force and Marines in the room?
We discussed it out front, and he has done pull-ups before.
Okay, all right.
That counts. We'll be all right.
We're good. Okay,
we'll
just checking.
I'll stay in his chair, and I'll stay doing my
Hey, come on. Actually, you know what? Former state senator Sonny Borelli, who's now a Mojave County supervisor, just Marine, gunny sergeant, retired, just endorsed me for Attorney General on Saturday. So I do have the support of the Marines, and President Trump on Truth Social actually reposted.
See if Ricardo endorses
I'm supported by Marines.
That took all of 30 seconds. That was impressive.
He brought up the Marines.
Hey, listen, when you're running, you got to put it out
That's
there, right?
It, man.
You do.
All right. It is the deal that the world is talking about. The deal is official. It is Donald Trump signing the agreement with Iran. Senator Bill Cassidy, Republican, worst foreign policy blunder in decades. We'll go through it. There isn't a mention of dismantling the nuclear program. Trump today said, well, they should have a ballistic missiles program, and I scratched my head at that.
Because their neighbors have it, he said.
We've got the U.S. and others arranging around $300 billion to reconstruct Iran. We'll start with Barry. Barry, this is a bad deal.
Yeah, I mean, let me say this. I supported this at the beginning because I recognize the danger that Iran poses in that area, what they've done for the last several decades. It's
supporting terror in the region.
Yeah, and it's a disruptor not only of the Middle East, but the whole world, and it's not a good actor in the world.
No doubt.
And I supported if we were going to go in there and try to get a new government there and maybe just make them, just be friendly to the world. Just act like in the best interest of your own citizens. Let's make your economy better. Let's do different things. So I supported it to that extent, but this is a debacle. The deal that President Trump has apparently worked out or negotiated, if you want to say that, because it's really just a complete acquiescence to everything that Iran wants. We got nothing. The only thing the United States is getting from this...
They opened up the Strait of Hormuz.
The Strait of Hormuz was open before this happened.
Sorry. I was trying to put a positive spin on it.
It's nothing. And I have to tell you, it's completely throwing who's supposed to be our ally, Israel, under the bus. Trump, over the last several days, is saying things that are just completely negative and bad for Israel. Israel's not a party to this settlement, yet is supposed to be acting in a certain way based on the settlement.
They're supposed to abide by portions of it.
But they weren't there for the negotiations. They weren't even in conduct. Israel hasn't even seen the agreement yet, at least as of this morning. Now I know it's out more publicly. This is awful for the United States. And the amount of money that Iran is going to get from this is going to make them stronger in the area. This is bad for the United States. It's bad for the Middle East, and it's bad for Israel.
Rodney Glassman, Trump guy. What do you think of his deal? I mean, it's a rough-looking deal, man.
We didn't get the topics until a few hours ago, and I'll just be candid. I'm a lieutenant colonel in the United States Air Force JAG Corps. I'm a reservist now, but I'm a commissioned officer as we sit here today. And as a lieutenant colonel, when I put on my uniform to go out to Luke, I run the active duty legal office of over 25 JAGs, paralegals, and support staff who provide all the legal services for the active duty one-star general. And so what that means, and I still do serve, is that I am in meetings, I am serving in classified briefings. And so the reality is when it comes to this topic, I stand down because all I can really say is that I support the commander-in-chief. But
you can't
the
really
reality.
You can't really stand down if you're running for office. You've got to have a take on the deal.
I can because I'm running for Attorney General. And if you ask me why I'm running for Attorney General, it's to protect our cops,
to
protect our kids,
but people still
and to protect Arizona's prosperity. And there have been both on the left. Hunter Biden. You remember Hunter Biden?
Sure.
And you remember how he was sleeping with his brother's wife?
I do.
The brother that was dying of brain cancer was also a National Guard
What does that have
JAG
to do with
reservist,
the Iran deal?
and Senator Lindsey Graham also just retired as a Fulbright colonel. So what will happen once I'm elected Attorney General? I'll get reassigned from Luke.
So
but
you
as
don't,
it sits
but
here
you don't
today,
want, you don't want to talk about the Iran deal at all?
I haven't seen it, and I can't talk about it as a commissioned
think we
officer
should have
because
went in
when
there?
I
Do you
go
think-
out,
do you think we should have-
once again, I'm
You
a
can't do that
commissioned
either.
officer. We follow the orders of, and chime in here, please, the commander in chief, and that's the reality when it comes to this
I'll
topic.
take his time. I'll take his time if you want.
Yeah,
Gatos.
Ricardo Reyes.
Yeah, so like the reality is that everything that we want are things that we already had under the Obama deal. And this is actually worse because under Obama, we had in Iran that wouldn't enrich past 3.67%, right? That was the limit that they had because they were only supposed to do it for power purposes. And the only reason they started going above that was because Trump pulled out of the deal, and he told us how horrible
2018.
how horrible that deal was because we unfroze 1.6 billion or something like that. Now we're immediately unfreezing over 20 billion, and we're promising that we're going to get them 300 billion to rebuild everything that we just destroyed. Not only that, on top of that, we also bombed a school. And again, I want to repeat this. We bombed a school full of little girls, and no one has been held responsible for that.
Can I get in for a second? Go ahead. President Trump did mention that. I don't remember if it was yesterday or today, that things in the war go wrong. And I hadn't heard him mention that until over the last 2 days. So part of me was like, I'm glad that he said something about it, acknowledging that did happen, because I think that we all know that was a terrible mistake. We didn't do that on purpose. That was a terrible tragedy, a terrible mistake. I'm glad that he did bring that up because they've ignored that for a long time.
And to me, that's still BS that they have ignored it. And even after he said that, still nobody's being held accountable, and somebody should be held accountable for that.
Ari Fleischer put something out, and I thought it was kind of interesting. If you don't know him, former White House press secretary, works at Fox News, and he talked about this in the context of Iran. If you attack a hornet's nest, you need to get all the hornets and remove the nest. If you kill a lot of hornets, but not all of them, you leave behind a bunch of angry hornets. He says, now maybe the remaining hornets will become normal and just buzz around like flies, or probably they'll do what hornets always do. They'll sting you whenever they can.
It's
I mean, that is a pretty decent analogy, right?
It's a very good analogy. And the JCPOA that President Obama negotiated back in 2015, I wasn't a big fan of that.
Not a fan either.
It didn't have enough controls over Iran getting a nuclear weapon. There were things there that I didn't like, but it worked in that Iran did send its nuclear enriched material out to Russia. They did have inspectors going there. It was not perfect by any means. It was only
they were
for 10
hiding
years.
plenty of stuff anyway, but yeah.
But I have to tell you, in comparison to this, that was an incredible deal. Like now, suddenly that looks awesome in comparison.
You would take that. You would take that deal today
in a second, because the deal that Trump just negotiated is there's nothing there. It opens the Strait of Hormuz. It's all it is let's get gas prices back down. It does nothing about the nuclear weapons. It does nothing about ballistic missiles. It does nothing to say Iran's not going to support the terrorist proxies that it has all over the world.
It says nothing.
It does nothing about any of these things, and that's
what do we get?
And we're going to reintegrate them into the world economy.
Yes.
Right.
We're giving them $300 billion.
We're giving $300 billion, and on top of that, we're taking off all the sanctions.
The sanctions. And by the way, I'm sorry. Okay. The sanctions. We're taking off all the sanctions now. So as soon as we
immediate.
As soon as we sign the deal on Friday or Sunday, I don't even know what it is.
No, it was signed moments ago.
Oh, they signed it in Switzerland?
Trump literally signed it in France moments ago at the Palace of Versailles.
So that means the sanctions are gone. So now Iran immediately can start selling its oil. The sanctions that were there even before, separate from oil, that were there for other reasons, not there anymore. This is insane. If a Democrat had done this, Fox News would spurn another Fox News, and then they'd implode. I mean, it's incredible how bad this is.
Fox News doesn't like the deal either.
And the Trump people know it's bad and just know. It is amazing to me that we have a representative government. We have all these checks and balances, but one person can make a deal this bad, and we are all bound by it. It's amazing how bad
he's already blaming JD. Yeah. Like one of the things that he said today was, "Hey, if this works out, yeah, well." Was it though? Well, if this works out, I'm going to take all the credit. If it doesn't, I'm throwing JD under the bus. How many times has he thrown somebody under the bus? Like that's
so
Trump 101. He's throwing people under the bus.
What did the U.S. get? And I tried to look at this. and there's nothing.
The Strait of
if I'm
Hormuz
missing
opens.
something, I
In
would
30
love to hear it.
days, too, by the way, because apparently Iran has to demine the international waters part.
I mean, do you remember how upset everybody was that Obama had, the pallets of cash and the money? It was like $16 compared to the amount of money we're about to give them.
But that was also
nothing.
their money.
No, I know, but it was nothing.
It wasn't American taxpayer dollars.
No, but the amount of money compared to what we're giving Iran now was nothing. And everybody lost their mind. The Republicans and everybody on Fox lost their minds. And now this is supposed to be better? I don't know how...
Trump's going to tell us that $300 million is less.
Yeah,
$300 billion less than $16 billion.
And
somebody are going to believe it.
It's $24 billion releasing their frozen funds.
It's assets in Qatar.
Lifting the sanctions alone is tens of billions of dollars. This is so bad on so many levels. And
they can sell their oil on the open market now, not on the black market or whatever it was called.
And the regime that's there now is worse than the regime that was there before.
The IRGC hasn't gone anywhere.
And what happens in Lebanon when Hezbollah starts bombing Israel again, and they will, and Israel responds to that by bombing in Lebanon, and Iran says, we're closing the Strait of Hormuz again until Israel stops.
All right.
And now the whole world turns and says, Israel, stop.
Because now they don't need a nuclear weapon. Now they know that they can just close the strait and it'll affect the whole world.
So this is a question that I didn't think we would ask, because I didn't think the deal would be. I knew the deal would be bad. I didn't think it'd be this bad. But is America actually better off allowing our armed forces to finish off the job with Iran?
Yes.
No, we're going to talk about that in a second.
That was semi-rhetorical. That was so good. I didn't know that was the
and we
team.
won't start with you, Barry.
Yeah.
No, I mean, is it almost like this deal's so bad we should tear it up, continue the bad gas prices, continue the billions being spent? I don't know if you can undo this, but are we better off actually staying there and finishing it off? We're going to talk about that. The face-off continues next.
Choosing the right financial advisor might actually be the smartest financial move you ever make. The fiduciary team at Trajan Wealth helps craft reliable income plans so that you can stay focused on what matters most, living your life, doing normal things. You can visit TrajanWealth.com right now and make an appointment. You can call them at 855-TRAJAN-1. Make an appointment. There is no obligation. Listen, they can help you if you've got that old 401k sitting with a past employer, all right? If you have your finances kind of scattered around, they can help you consolidate some of this while still coming up with a plan that works for you and your retirement. Remember, they're fiduciaries. They're not salespeople. They're not there to sell you anything. The number again, 855-TRAJAN-1. The website, easy, TrajanWealth.com. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax, actual client. Paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
KTAR News Flash.
It's 5:18. I'm Becky Lynn, and here's what you need to know right now. U.S. officials are presenting the peace deal with Iran that includes lifting the American blockade of Iranian ports, rewarding Iran for reopening the Strait of Hormuz, and laying the groundwork for future talks about their nuclear program. Here's ABC's Rachel Scott.
President Trump acknowledges Iran's decision to close the strait was putting too much pressure on the American economy.
I didn't want to see economic catastrophe. If you kept this going, that could have happened. But all I know is every time we talked about the possibility of peace, the stock market shot up like a rocket ship.
The agreement lifts sanctions on Iran, letting them resume oil sales. And it says Iran and Oman will administer the strait, something that was not the case before the war and could open the door for Iran to eventually collect fees from tankers and cargo ships.
All of our top stories are just 15 minutes away. For more news, go to KTAR.com or the KTAR News app. Let's check your ride this afternoon now. Here's Enrique Garcia in the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
Thank you, Becky Lynn. Mesa with a crash blocking the HOV lane. Loop 202, Red Mountain Freeway, eastbound near Country Club Drive. Phoenix crash in the right-hand shoulder. Loop 202, South Mountain Freeway, westbound near 40th Street. And again, just a reminder, looking at the Chandler area around Loop 202, Santiago Freeway, around Arizona Avenue and Alma School Road. You'll notice it's a little bit darker and your visibility may be just a little bit less good than usual. Reminder, keeping your lights on and have a good space between the car in front of you and behind you. This report is brought to you by your Valley Chevy Dealers. Summer is here, and your Valley Chevy Dealers have the offers and inventory. Start your summer in a new Chevy today by visiting Sand Chevrolet in Glendale. Enrique Garcia, KTAR News.
You're listening to an Outspoken exclusive. This is The Face-Off.
Hey, and if you're watching on the KTAR YouTube channel, work our way across the page here, right? That's Republican candidate for Attorney General Rodney Glassman. That's KTAR legal analyst Barry Markson. And Executive Director of Vets Forward. That's Ricardo Reyes. Thank you all for being here today. It was who made the comment that maybe we'd be better off just allowing the armed forces to finish the job?
Yeah, let's play a clip from former Vice President Mike Pence, okay? Here's what he said. I believe it was last night.
Yeah. It's my view that we would be better off allowing the armed forces of the United States to finish the job on our terms, open the strait, take down their offensive capabilities, and give the people of Iran a real shot at freedom.
That means that we stay in it. That means that we throw this letter out.
You would
we go all in.
Accelerate conflict.
Yeah. Barry, before we broke, I asked the question, is America better off allowing our armed forces to finish off the job with Iran? And you said yes.
Well, yeah.
I don't want to stay there anymore.
Well, but here's what bothers me more than anything else. The blockade, the U.S. blockade of Iran was working. It was actually really inflicting a lot of pain. They were not having revenue come in. And at some point, you have to remember the military, they're paid by the government. All these people, the police, paid by the government. At some point, you're not paying these people. And if they're then pushed, if something happens, they're going to say, am I really going to keep fighting for these people who aren't even giving me money to support my family or do anything? You have to get to that point. That was working. And so now to some extent, that was successful.
Yeah, but there was an economic push on Americans also.
Yeah, but
right?
the economic push on America. Look, I don't want to minimize that gas is up $1, $1.50. It's not good for our economy. It's not good for the world economy. But what was going on in Iran is really bad, and it was starting to have a big effect. So if you're trying to win, if you're trying to get a result that's better for the United States and better for the world, you don't stop now. You're actually having that level of success. Am I saying put troops on the ground in Iran? No. But the blockade was working. So let's play that out and see what happens.
Is there a military solution to this, though?
I mean, there could be, but again, it's going to cost, like it already cost us 13 lives.
There is that.
So to me, when they say like, well, what do we get out of it? We got 13 dead service members, hundreds, if not thousands, of injured service members who are now going to be, combat injured veterans.
Some of them seriously, too.
Some of them very seriously.
We say injured and we think, they got a nick.
They got a
some
boo-boo.
of them very seriously injured.
Some of them, it is bad. And we don't take care of our veterans now, which is something that I talk about all the time. We don't take care of the veterans that we have right now. Now you want to create more. So to me, yeah, you are correct. If you wanted to finish this, you had to go in. But it's going to cost us. It's going to cost us military lives. There is no war where you go in and you have like a perfect score where nobody gets injured. So that is my issue, is that's what it would cost. And yeah, the blockade was working, but that means that you have to wait. And we know that Republicans they're looking at the midterms and going like, we cannot be knee deep in this crap come November.
Well, this would hardly be the first conflict where the politicians made decisions based on politics, not based on...
And the people in control in Iran don't care because they're not going to be replaced, so they don't care about that.
The interesting thing is the United States didn't get out of Vietnam. We don't get out of wars normally because a president doesn't want to say, we lost the war.
Nobody does.
But here, Trump just he'll just keep saying he won the war and somehow convince himself he didn't lose. But it's interesting that so many Republicans and conservatives are all standing up and saying, this is really bad. This is us losing a war.
It's funny to me that PCAX has changed the name of the DOD to the Department of War, and then he goes and loses the first war that he's in.
And by the way, Hegseth and Rubio and the CIA director have all said to reporters, this is not good. We're worried about Iran, what they're going to... Because this whole 60 days to negotiate the nuclear thing, that's not going to happen. This is Trump's inner circle saying this is bad.
Trump said unconditional surrender. That's what I saw him do. I just didn't think it would be us.
Yeah. Ouch. Wow. This is The Face-Off. Barry Markson, Ricardo Reyes, Rodney Glassman in the studio with us. Coming up next, we're going to tackle this. Should Arizona's dreamers be ready to be deported or prosecuted? We'll tell you why we're saying it, and we'll have that conversation next. Outspoken on KTAR.
Hey, it's Bruce and Gatos, and we're outspoken against hunger.
Every dollar donated provides enough food for 5 meals.
Here's our goal. You ready? We want to provide 500,000 meals for Arizonans.
St. Mary's Food Bank provides millions of pounds of food to a network of more than 600 partner agencies all across Arizona.
It's the march to 500,000 meals.
And you can join by texting FOOD to 620-620. That's FOOD to 620-620 and make your donation now.
Outspoken against hunger with Bruce and Gatos, benefiting St. Mary's Food Bank.
Message and data rates may apply.
All right, I hired Southwest Blinds and Shutters, and man, I made the right call. There's no question about it. My wife and I were blown away by this great company here in the Valley, local company, when we went to their showroom. We met the experts. They showed us everything that they had, from shutters to motorized shades, which are just awesome. And we said, let's continue to talk. We like what we see. And so the next step was, having a consultation at the house, which is exactly what we did. It's free from Southwest Blinds and Shutters. And they bring all their stuff out, and then they put all their stuff against your windows, and you say, I like that, I don't like that. And man, I'm telling you, this was seamless from start to finish. The install day came, couple hours, everything was great. It was perfect, to be honest. You got to hire this company. Listen, if your shades and shutters are old and not keeping out the heat, certainly go to southwestblinds.com, southwestblinds.com, southwestblinds.com. Hire Southwest Blinds and Shutters and tell them Gato sent you.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, it's Gambo, and in Diamondbacks baseball, everything comes down to what you can see. The pitch, the movement, the play. The clearer your vision, the better your game. That's why I trust the Schwartz Laser Eye Center. Dr. Schwartz is the official team eye doctor of the Arizona Diamondbacks, trusted to keep the pros seeing their best. LASIK is quick, with fast recovery and proven results. And if LASIK's not for you, there are other great options. Schedule your free consultation at teamidoc.com or call 480-483-EYES. The Schwartz Laser Eye Center, trusted for over 25 years.
I have done in my career literally thousands of joint replacements.
Meet Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, National Medical Director at QC Kinetics, an acclaimed orthopedic surgeon who now advises patients try all they can do to avoid the knife and consider regenerative medicine.
I myself was able to continue skiing for 10 years after my knees started to be a problem because I accessed regenerative medicine.
Now, after 20 years of study, research, teaching, publications, and clinical experience, Dr. Scheinkup is regarded as one of America's true pioneers.
This is the future of medicine.
Dr. Scheinkup came to QC Kinetics after seeing what they were doing around the country, helping tens of thousands of patients get lasting relief from joint pain with no surgery and no drugs.
QC is so far ahead of the game in its science, its protocols, its people, its facilities.
Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 602-837-PAIN. That's 602-837-PAIN. 602-837-PAIN.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Hi, this is Mike Halliday, attorney and partner at Morris Hall, with a question for you. Have you heard people talking about how it's become so much easier to put together your own estate plan? With online templates, non-attorneys, even AI, it's remarkable how accessible it all is. For many things, that kind of convenience is ideal. But when it comes to something as important and personal as your legacy, most people want and deserve something more than doing it yourself. Because estate planning isn't just about documents, it's about the right perspective. someone who understands the bigger picture, asks the right questions, and will help ensure your estate plan works as it should. That's the difference a dedicated, experienced attorney and team will make. At Morris Hall, we guide you through each step, bring clarity to important decisions, and create a plan that truly reflects your life and the people you love.
Morris Hall, a premier choice for estate planning in Arizona. Visit morrishall.com to schedule your complimentary consultation. That's morrishall.com.
KTAR News now.
It's 5:30. Good afternoon. I'm Becky Lynn. President Trump facing some backlash from his own party after announcing terms of his peace deal with Iran that allows it to retain ballistic missiles and provides reconstruction funds. ABC News senior political correspondent Rachel Scott has more.
As part of these talks, the U.S. would help create a $300 billion fund to help Iran rebuild. The administration says this would not be taxpayer money, but tonight some Republicans are outraged. Senator Bill Cassidy saying Reagan is rolling over in his grave, calling this the worst foreign policy blunder in decades.
Extremely important because this is a win for the rule of law.
A Glendale elected official is back serving on the city council there after being ousted by fellow leaders. KTAR's Ballin Overstolz is live in the news center with more.
Councilman Lupe Conchas was kicked off the Glendale City Council last month after his election to the Salt River Project Board. Other council members arguing he was getting paid for that SRP role and therefore ineligible to serve on the Glendale City Council. But a county judge has disagreed with those 4 members who voted for his removal, ordering the city to reinstate Conchas back to the city council, saying he didn't break city rules by holding the 2 positions.
My service to Glendale and my service to the Cactus District hasn't stopped, and I'm really excited that I get to be here in the office with officially as a councilman to be able to do the work of the people every single day.
The city of Glendale said in a statement it is complying with the judge's order. Live in the news center, Ballin Overstolz, KTAR News.
New this afternoon, wildfires broken out north of Globe in the Tonto National Forest, estimated at 1,600 acres and 0% contained currently. Ground and air personnel are working to put this fire out. We will keep you updated. Phoenix Suns star Devin Booker will wear a new number in the upcoming NBA season.
Booker will be changing the number on his jersey from 1 to 15, according to reporting from ESPN. The move is to honor his dad, Melvin Booker, who wore the number 15 himself while at college in Missouri. The elder Booker was a basketball pro himself, playing briefly for the NBA's Golden State Warriors. And this isn't the first time Book has worn the number 15, as he adorned the number during his Team USA Olympic runs in 2021 and 2024. Kellen Shover, KTAR News.
Let's check traffic with Enrique Garcia. He's in the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
Thank you, Becky Lynn. Mesa with a crash blocking the HOV lane. Loop 202, Red Mountain Freeway, eastbound near Country Club Drive. Phoenix with a crash on the right-hand shoulder. Loop 202, South Mountain Freeway, westbound near 40th Street. This report is brought to you by Beatitudes Campus. Join us for our Central Park West Showcase and Open House Wednesday, July 1st. To learn more, text RSVP to 620-620. Enrique Garcia, KTAR News.
With some weather moving toward the valley from the south down around the Casa Grande area and moving on in, it's been blowing some dust around the 202 and the 10, that area right in there. There is a chance of some isolated thunderstorms in parts of the valley overnight. 88 for our low, sunny and 107 Thursday and Friday. It's 102 right now in Queen Creek. Triple-digit heat, zero stress. Homes 2X will buy your home on demand with a 100% full value guarantee, and you can stay rent-free. Sell your home at Homes2X.com. I'm Becky Lynn on Arizona's news station, KTAR News.
You're listening to an outspoken exclusive. This is The Face-Off.
All right, we are back. The Face-Off, 5 o'clock until 6 o'clock every single Wednesday. Hey, let's reintroduce our panel. We've got Ricardo Reyes, Executive Director, Vets Forward, U.S. Marine. We've got Barry Markson, our KTAR legal analyst. Rodney Glassman is here, GOP candidate for Attorney General. First half of the Face-Off was on the deal in Iran. Let's talk about DACA and Dreamers. There's a lot of talk from Chris Mays, Warren Peterson, about what type of protections they have. So let's start with what Warren Peterson said. Rodney, you guys are running against each other for Attorney General. Here's what Peterson said, president of the Arizona State Senate. DACA is found nowhere in the Constitution. Just another reason why every major law enforcement organization has endorsed me and not Mays. She isn't even hiding it. It goes on to say, I will keep our borders secure. I'll work with the federal government to deport everyone who enters this country illegally. Okay? Be ready to be deported or prosecuted. And so I'm wondering, is he talking about Dreamers? Is he talking about
Sounds like it.
DACA recipients? So let me start with Rodney Glassman. This is a guy you're going against right here. Do you know what he's talking about? Are DACA and Dreamers, do they have protections and we should lay off?
In fairness to my primary opponent, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
The Republican primary for Attorney General, and I don't know how focused you've been on it, is about one thing. It's just about experience.
Okay.
Warren Peterson got his law license 28 months ago. He's never prosecuted a criminal period as a lawyer. He's never filed a lawsuit as a lawyer. He's never even worked in a legal office as a lawyer. So what you're seeing is press releases and tweets from a guy who literally has never, ever done the job. What we know about DACA, it was created by an executive order from President Obama. It was rescinded under President Trump. It was renewed under Joe Biden. But for an attorney general candidate who's never prosecuted jaywalking, which is what you've got in the other guy, as you know, I've been a prosecutor for 17 years. I've prosecuted drug dealers and financial crimes and protected victims of sexual assault. But out at Luke Air Force Base, one of the things that I do as a lieutenant colonel out there is I work with federal agencies. We've worked with the FBI on lasing issues. We've worked with the Department of Justice on COVID relief fraud. We work with the 32 jurisdictions around
Let's say you
Luke Air
become
Force
AG.
Base. Yes.
Let's say you become AG. DACA, you go after them?
My job as Attorney General is going to be to support President Trump securing the border. President Trump and the feds secure the border.
You
My
leave
job
DACA
as Attorney General is when illegals come across the border, when we have fentanyl. And in fact, right now, Arizona is one of only 2 states where fentanyl deaths are up. Ours are up by over 20%.
But are you saying the difference between you and Mr. Peterson is he says he wants to deport DACA recipients because they came in this country illegally?
Warren Peterson talks about wanting to do this and wanting to do that. Warren Peterson has never actually done anything.
But you're saying you
as a
wouldn't
lawyer.
do that.
What I will do as Attorney General is I'm going to protect law enforcement so that law enforcement, when they pull someone over with probable cause, will be allowed to ask for their driver's license.
I think we just want you to answer the question. Like, if you become the AG, are you going to go after Dreamers or not?
The feds are in charge of enforcing federal law, which is immigration. That is the answer.
Are you going to go after them? Warren Peterson said he's going to go after them. Chris May says he's going to protect them. What would you do?
Law enforcement. If President Trump changes the executive order,
some Dreamers are police officers.
If the feds decide to enforce illegal immigration, as the Attorney General, it's my job to make sure if we have local law enforcement, they feel comfortable supporting those efforts and doing their jobs. That's why we have qualified immunity in Arizona, which says that if a police officer does their job and follows the rules, they can't be sued civilly and they can't be prosecuted.
Here's actually the answer. You can't deport DACA because the people who are under DACA are protected by it and they can't be deported. So that's the answer. Whether Warren Peterson said he's going to deport DACA recipients, as I read what he said he's going to deport anybody who came into the country illegally. I guess that's the follow-up question. By the way, I'll ask him that tomorrow on
I was going to say,
Broomhead show. Are you going to deport
DACA recipients came into this country illegally.
But they're now here legally. So, and the court has ruled on this. The Supreme Court overturned Trump overturning it. So that's the law now. So that's not going to change anything, but it does, I think, and it's important that candidates answer these questions, is what are you going to do and how does it set our Arizona policy on illegal immigration? You know, one thing no one's talking about, but if you remember a year and a half ago, we voted on the Border Security Act. That was then stayed because there was a case out of Texas that was going to be heard in the Supreme Court. Well, Texas won that case. It's under appeal right now, but they won. So that law is set to go into effect in Arizona in July. That's going to be now. I don't think it's going to do anything, to be honest with you, because I didn't think so at the time. It was a feel-good ballot measure,
right?
But that's
messaging.
That's what Republicans are saying they want our immigration policy to be. Chris Mays and Katie Hobbs have said different things over the last 3.5 years and have positioned Arizona differently. But Rodney's also correct. These are federal laws, and that's really, at the end of the day, that's who enforces immigration law. It's the federal government, not the state.
The federal government's in charge of enforcing. We have an Attorney General right now, and Chris May, since you brought her up, who was on television 90 days ago talking about when Arizonans should shoot ICE agents. That's what you've got on
That's
the
not
left.
what she said.
And then you've got Warren
That's not what she
Peterson
said.
on the right talking about going and
I don't think that's what she
enforcing
said.
federal laws.
She didn't say that.
She said that if somebody has a gun, it's going to be bad. And then we saw exactly what happened with Alex Preddy. And that would be in Arizona very prevalent because we have so many people who have guns.
For the chief law enforcement officer for the state of Arizona to go on television and talk about any time it's appropriate to shoot a law enforcement officer is disgusting and wrong.
Is that those people, there's a lot of people that are not DACA who came here undocumented and then were able to fix their status and are now here legally. Some of them became citizens, some of them are just residents. There's a lot of people who had that journey. One of my best friends from the Marine Corps came here undocumented. He's not DACA. He was able to get his residency, became a Marine, got his citizenship.
How did he come here undocumented?
His parents brought him. In what other world do we ever punish the children for the crimes of the father? If you came here at 2 years old, that was not your choice. You didn't get to decide like, oh, you know what? You guys go. I don't want to break this American law. I'm going to stay here by myself as a 2-year-old. That's not how it
So
works.
his parents came here legally, but he came
And
here
his parents
illegal?
are now also citizens. So like I said, yes, there are a lot of situations where people come here undocumented, fix their paperwork once they're here. That used to be a process that was possible. Under this administration, it's a lot harder, and we're not seeing it that much anymore. But we have seen many DACA recipients being attacked by there's a DACA recipient right now in Eloy who has cancer, who isn't getting her cancer treatment, who is also like going through the process of deportation. So this is a big deal. And if you don't want to answer it, that's fine. You want to sidestep it, that's fine.
It's not sidestepping to say that the federal government is in charge of enforcing Arizona election law.
And when we ask you directly, what would you do about it? You're just,
the federal
I'll do whatever
government
Trump wants me to do.
is in charge of enforcing immigration laws. Is the Arizona Attorney General.
So then why do Republicans in Arizona keep trying to pass laws to have us do
law
it?
enforcement. I will back up law enforcement. All of our law enforcement across the state, from our police officers
why
to
do
our
these
sheriff deputies,
Republicans keep trying to pass laws to have Arizona
so we
do
can
the
keep
work of the
our
federal government?
immigration officers safe.
We're going to leave it at that.
Yeah. Hey, coming up next in the face-off, let's talk about the ICE facilities and stay with that. We had Congresswoman Ansari on yesterday, and she's visited apparently some of these ICE facilities. Are they inhumane? We'll talk about it next. This is the face-off on KTAR.
Buy gold and put some silver in your pocket. I know what you're thinking. Everything's expensive right now. How am I going to buy gold? It's Ron Paul. Nowadays, a lot of things are out of your control, but there is something you can do right now to diversify your retirement, and it doesn't cost you anything out of pocket. My friends at Birch Gold Group will help you convert an IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold, a time-tested hedge against inflation. Plus, in honor of America 250, Birch Gold is going to give you a special America 250 1-ounce silver round for every $10,000 you purchase by July 2nd. Text the word SECURE to the number 989898 to get a free info kit from Birch Gold and claim eligibility for this limited time offer. Again, text the word SECURE to 989898 today.
Every strawberry, every apple, every beet bunch at Natural Grocers is 100% organic. Natural Grocers is unwavering in their commitment to organic products. While other stores might tease you with organic sections that are mixed with conventional produce, when you shop at Natural Grocers, there's no guesswork and no possibility of cross-contamination from synthetic pesticides. Discover our always affordable, truly organic produce today. Find your store at naturalgrocers.com.
Hey, it's Mike Broomhead. GLP start for free at Red Mountain Weight Loss. For a limited time, we will waive the startup fee on all programs. You can get GLP-1 medications for as low as $149 per month with Red Mountain. You'll get lower prices than the big telehealth companies, no hidden fees, a specialized diet plan, and expert care from real doctors. Get started for free at redmountainweightloss.com, redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Will?
When I was 50, my whole life fell apart. I lost my job, I lost my wife, I lost the house, I lost pretty much everything except for my life. When the IRS came calling, I just didn't have it in me. I felt like Wile E. Coyote, just waiting for that IRS anvil to drop.
Then Will found Tax Relief Advocates.
I heard their advertisement on the radio, I wrote down the number, and I made the call that changed everything. The IRS gave me a bill for $40,000. Tax Relief Advocates got that down to $3,200. I've paid 9 cents on the dollar. Now that's a great deal in anybody's book.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Will did and call TRA for a consultation.
But for me, the real win is I got my life back.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-488-2578. 800-488-2578. That's 800-488-2578.
KTAR News Flash.
It's 5:45. I'm Becky Lynn, and here's what you need to know right now.
Arizona votes 2026.
4 Arizona Republican primary candidates, including U.S. Congressman Andy Biggs and David Schweikert, will square off in a governor debate this evening. The hour-long Arizona Citizens Clean Elections Commission program will begin at 6 o'clock. Biggs and Schweikert will be joined on stage by businessman Ken Maselli and entrepreneur Scott Neely as they all make their case to face Democratic Governor Katie Hobbs in the November general election. And you can hear it all live right here on KTAR 92.3 FM. You can also watch it on our app, online, or on our YouTube channel. All of our top stories just 15 minutes away. For more news, go to KTAR.com or the KTAR News app. Let's get you home now. Checking the ride for us, Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center. It is Enrique Garcia.
Aquilan Mesa with a crash blocking the HOV lane. Loop 202 Red Mountain Freeway eastbound near Country Club Drive. Phoenix with a crash on the right-hand shoulder. Loop 202 South Mountain Freeway westbound near 40th Street. This report is brought to you by Sun Valley Solar, a proud partner of Rosie on the House. Celebrating 20 years, they're giving away a Tesla Powerwall 3. Enter at sunvalleysolar.com/Powerwall giveaway. Enrique Garcia, KTAR News.
Gleason Roofing. This is Jim Sharp with a reminder to get your roof inspected. And I don't mean doing it yourself from the inside of your house, because by the time the untrained eye realizes there's a problem when water's staining your ceilings or running down your walls, you're looking at major repairs to more than just your roof. Trust the pros at Gleason Roofing, like I did. Gleason Roofing's 25 plus years of doing Arizona roofs means they're experts on what the summer heat and our monsoon season can do to your roof. A Gleason Roofing no obligation roof audit now can save you thousands upon thousands later. And with Gleason Roofing's flexible financing options, including 12 months same as cash for qualified homeowners, you don't have to wait until there's a big problem to get your roof repaired now. Go to GleasonRoofing.com to schedule your no obligation roof audit today, especially if your roof is more than 10 years old. That's GleasonRoofing.com. GleasonRoofing.com.
Gleason Roofing, there's a reason people choose Gleason.
You know, I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, they must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments, clearly different wealth management. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
You're listening to an outspoken exclusive. This is The Face Off.
And just remember, we're also outspoken against hunger for St. Mary's Food Bank. We said that we would thank businesses every hour if you texted the word food to 620-620 and gave. Steve, thank you. Mind and Body Kids. Carrie Evans. She is in Scottsdale, a headshot photographer. The staff at A+ Movers. We've got Decker from Wallpaper and Williams Wall Covering. I mean, these folks are giving hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Daniel, Exemplary, Polygraph Services. We've got Lorenzo Aziz, a clinical psychologist. Tim, local on-site paper shredding company. Bruce, everybody, thank you. And let's continue to give to people who are finding it tough to find meals these days. Text food to 620-620.
Representative Ansari was in studio with us and said that she had personally seen some of the immigration detention facilities across Arizona. Specifically, Mesa Gateway Airport has one, Eloy and Florence, I believe. Yes. And she described what she called inhumane. She used the term concentration camps. I think we pushed back on that a little bit.
That, no.
That's a step too far. But are these facilities inhumane? Is this how we should be holding people?
No. I mean, are they inhumane? I don't know, but it sounds like they're not good. But no, these people, they haven't. The laws they're accused of breaking are civil and misdemeanor at worst.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't be held there indiscriminately. They shouldn't be held there as long as they are without their case being adjudicated. And certainly they shouldn't be held in conditions that don't include appropriate health care and just livable conditions if that's what we're going to do.
We know one man died of a tooth infection.
Yes.
Yeah.
He got sepsis. We are treating these people worse than the rapists and murderers that Donald Trump said he was going to go after. So those people are in prisons that have standards, and these detention centers seem to not have any standards. And the reason that people compare it to, 1930s Germany is because so many people have died under
people. You mean one liberal congresswoman and the sitting Arizona attorney general?
I liberally say it. Yes, 53 people have died. At least 50 people have died.
Is that okay? We got words that we're not allowed to say.
More than 50 people have died at this detention center.
How many people were killed intentionally by the Germans during the Holocaust?
You can diminish the numbers when it's not you or your family.
Let's talk about some numbers.
Everybody calm down. We've had this discussion before. It's okay to say that what's going on at detention centers is bad. It's not okay to say it's the same as a concentration camp where 6 million Jews and millions of other people were killed.
Those are murders.
Those are two separate things.
Yeah, I think
this is you can call it negligence. You can call it gross negligence. You can say they're doing it in reckless disregard.
But who is doing a disservice? Who is doing a disservice to the state? Who can't pick up the phone and call the feds because she's too busy suing the feds 42 times in the last 16
and getting
months?
Results.
It's the Arizona Attorney General.
She's winning most of those.
We live in a state. We live in a Republican state where President Trump won by over 5 percentage points. But we have an Attorney General who doesn't work for the governor and doesn't work for the legislature. She's supposed to work for the people, but she's so busy building a resistance resume. She, before you, calling them concentration camps, that we have an attorney general who has become ineffective in working with the federal government to call them, to talk about issues.
Are you okay with any people dying while we are supposed to be taking care of them at these detention centers? We are supposed to be providing health care for these people, and they are dying from preventable diseases.
I think that's the question for you, Rodney. Can't we just say that if we're going to keep people in these detention centers, they should be in livable conditions with appropriate health care? Why can't Republicans and Democrats say that? That's just basic human condition.
Yeah.
Any death is a tragedy. The question becomes, what and who does anything about it? I'm running for attorney general. We have an attorney general right now who literally can't work with the federal government because she's too busy.
I'm going to stop you. It is not Chris Mays' fault that there are federal detention centers where people are getting sick and dying.
Who can be working on protecting Arizona?
That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Not everything in the world is Chris Mays' fault. This is Donald Trump's fault.
The attorney general is the most impactful elected office in the state, and to have someone that can pick up the phone and work on issues of Arizona, I think is important.
I had a bad dinner last night. It was less Chris Mays' fault about what's going on at a detention center than what I had for dinner last night.
We've been friends long enough that I know you've never had a bad dinner.
I want to remind you that over 70% of the people that are being detained have no criminal record. And if you're going to tell me that, well, they came here illegally, that's a crime. Okay, it is a misdemeanor. It's the equivalent of jaywalking. And we are letting these people die in detention centers.
They shouldn't be treated this way. If you want to do this, that's fine. If this is how the law is going to work, okay. But they have to be treated humanely. Right. And I don't understand why that can't just be said by everybody.
And we've got to end it on that. Thank you, gentlemen. Rodney Glassman, GOP candidate for Attorney General. Barry Markson, you'll be on tomorrow?
Yes, I'm in for Broomhead tomorrow morning.
Great. And Ricardo Reyes, thank you, guys. Great discussion.
Thanks, guys.
We appreciate it. Coming up next, it's the Republican primary debate in the race for governor. That's right. We're going to carry it live right here on KTAR. And then at 7, a special reaction show. Again, you can watch, you can listen, or
You can even check it out on the KTAR YouTube app. We thank everybody on the other side of the double pane bulletproof glass for making the show go. We got Mad Max over there on the Wheels of Steel. Nice work today. Also, the First Lady of Outspoken, that's our producer, Miss Jules. Thank you very much.
NBA champion.
And NBA champion in her own right. We've also got the Pride of Tennessee, Becky Lynn, with all your news and information. And don't forget, getting you home with all your traffic, that's Enrique. Don't call me Iglesias. Thanks, guys.
All right, Bruce, you're lucky to have me.
Well, Gatos, you're lucky I put up with you.
Giving your liver a spring cleaning is easy with Active Liver from New Nordic, the delicious daily detox that will keep you feeling your best. Search for Active Liver by New Nordic on Amazon or pick up some at your local CVS, Wegmans, or GNC.
Summer's here. Grills are hot, flags are flying, and D-backs baseball is in full swing. It's the perfect time to step up to the plate in a new Sanderson Ford with employee pricing. Now you pay what they pay on America's best-selling trucks and SUVs. Choose from a Ford F-150 STX, Bronco Big Bend, or Explorer, all starting at under $42,000. If you're looking to save this summer, choose American value for American values. Choose Sanderson Ford, proud partners of your Arizona Diamondbacks. Employee pricing good through 7/6/26. Not all vehicles qualify. See dealer for details.
You gear up, you ride safe, you follow all the rules. Then someone crashes into you and suddenly you're guilty until proven innocent? Hi, I'm Mark Breyer.
And I'm Alexis Breyer. We're the husband and wife law team. If you're a rider, you're already fighting every day just to be seen. Distracted drivers love to blame riders, even when the facts say otherwise.
We have been promoting motorcycle safety and trusted by the riding community for nearly 30 years. Do your research after a motorcycle injury. Call the husband and wife law team first.
Here in the Valley, we have plenty of healthcare options, but not all of them offer the kind of care we truly want. I'm Jim Sharp, and like you, I value unhurried care, where your doctor takes the time to listen, understand, and treat you with the attention you deserve. That's why I want to tell you about the Midwestern University Clinics. At Midwestern, it's different. As a teaching facility, their students and expert faculty work together to provide unhurried, affordable, and compassionate care. They take the time to listen, examine, and understand your unique needs without the pressure of meeting patient quotas. Whether you need family medicine, dental, vision, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech-language services, or psychological care, Midwestern University Clinics offer it all in one convenient location. Experience the Midwestern difference for yourself. Call 623-537-6000 or visit MWUclinics.com to schedule your appointment today. MWUclinics.com. Midwestern University Clinics, your family's home for healthcare.
Progressive's accident response can detect and send help when you need it most, after a major car accident. But other accidents, you're on your own. Like when you accidentally call your wife Mom. When you accidentally say Happy Holidays on someone's birthday. When you accidentally wave at someone you thought was waving at you. We can't help with those accidents, but Progressive's accident response provides peace of mind after major car accidents. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it'd go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was going to unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Parker & Sons here. What if your new AC unit started paying you back before you paid for it? A new high-efficiency unit cuts cooling cost from day one, so you save on energy all summer before you've spent a dime on the system. Because right now, you pay nothing until 2027. No interest, no payments, no stress. But this offer ends June 30th. Call 602-2-REPAIR for your free quote. That's 602-2-REPAIR.
To have a roof over your head, a nice roof over your head, is very important.
That's Rick talking about his experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We got Rhino